Couch Co-op.
Holy moly. What? Everyone just went crazy in sound and pickup.
Apart from mine.
The delay on the mobile must be nuts.
I think these boys need to learn how to use their phones.
Or mute.
Or crank it up.
You can leave it on, but mute it.
Holy cow, dude. You know where your volume is, right?
That's some pretty nuts delay, though.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the... I forgot what episode this is. 175th?
Sure.
That's what you said last week.
No, so it's 176th. It's the 176th Couch Co-op show.
Couple episodes deep.
The greatest video game show in the world. We are a group of close friends sharing our love of gaming with you. I'm Ian, along with my couch co-pilot, Jared.
Hi.
Our self-proclaimed wild card, Aaron. Low man on the totem pole / couch, Scott.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the good doctor is back in the house, Dave.
Yep, they let me out of the asylum.
Remember, you can be a part of the conversation by leaving comments on those places. I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
But it's all one word.
No hyphen.
But you should follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv / the Couch Co-op Show. We are at 36 followers, 35, 36. We are so close to 50.
Come on, guys. Do it.
Come on, people. Just go.
Get the melon thighs.
Just go.
And we've all been streaming quite a bit. Each
Hit
one
follow.
Of us, so yeah,
Hit
have some fun,
follow.
watch some games.
And we will follow. We will follow you back. That's how.
Follow for follow.
Yes, we will do that for you, the listeners.
Yeah.
What the hell just happened to my notes?
Especially for Mr. Bill the Bard.
Bill the Bard already follows. He's already on. He's
right.
yeah, he follows for follows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we get to that, Dave, thank you for that. But before we get to that, dude, just first of all,
Welcome
we took a break off.
Dave.
Welcome back, Dave.
Yeah, good to have you.
So my only question is, because I've been listening to it while I've been away, is what sardonic comment Tony Death has, and I'm sure it'll come later. in
Yes,
the
you
show.
will have to wait for that, but
I'm
yes,
looking
it's
forward to
coming.
that.
The suspense is gonna
Anyway,
kill ya.
Tony, I love you too. I know you missed me.
How is everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Full
Very
bellies.
good.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Full
stop.
bellies. Happy libations.
How
all
much did you
around.
guys miss being at Dave's?
Very.
Oh my God.
He
The
makes,
tri-tip
he's the
alone.
only one that
Yeah.
makes the food.
We don't buy it. He makes it.
True.
Aaron makes some good food.
Occasionally,
right?
he
His
used to.
wife does.
Yeah, his wife
Back in
used
the
to.
day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Same. Jared's wife has made some chili and some.
Yeah, maybe when she's
Yep.
done being pregnant and all that stuff.
And I believe Scott has
it'll be
some
better.
tacos or something.
Yeah, no, we had.
Yeah.
What do we have
Taco
left?
Bell.
KFC.
KFC, Taco
KFC.
Bell,
Family
yeah.
bucket.
Both owned by
Yeah.
the same company. How
All the
convenient.
corporate sponsors.
Yeah, we need the sponsors.
Yeah. All right. Well, one thing. Speaking of Scott's Place, we did an episode over there a few weeks back with Rockhart. RockhartClothing.com. You can still get 15% off
Yeah.
if you use our promo code Couch Co-op, all one word, no hyphen.
Yeah.
So that's Couch Coop, COUCHCOOP. People, please go take advantage of that. If you're listening to this live, probably not. I don't think there's anyone watching this right now. But if you are, today is the last day to get the Rock Off T-shirt.
Ooh.
The Rock Off
Middle
T-shirt.
fingers.
The middle finger. The
that's
T-shirt.
right.
It was an April Fool's thing. It's the last day to get your order in for that, so then he can ship out and get orders.
Get your
printed.
Get
rock
out
off.
there and rock off.
So if you want that Rock Off
Yeah.
shirt, you can get 15% off of that. That again, that promo code is Couch Coop. So yeah, go help support our friends, get some cool gear. Also, he's Twitch streaming, but you shouldn't be watching him. You should be watching us.
Watch us.
Yeah.
No,
All right,
no
all right,
I
offense,
believe we were
Andrew.
hosting him and then we
Right,
kicked him off. didn't
It's
we?
us. It's our turn.
It is. I did promise. It is time for the prize pack giveaway.
How many entries? did we
Months and bazillion. We got a few in here. I don't know. Where's the? I can't. The camera. I can't.
Here
I can't
it's,
reach.
Yeah, camera.
Display the.
get? It's the Hat of
Alright.
Joy,
Millionaires.
or
All
But
right.
yeah. So what the hell? Yeah. Okay. And oh God, I keep touching my notes and they keep going away.
stop touching yourself.
Yeah. Quit it.
Sorry.
Not
Yeah. So.
around me anyways.
Yeah, so we can draw the winner of the prize pack drawing.
Ooh, I think Dave should draw.
I think Dave should.
Yeah,
Someone
well,
put
yeah,
it
do the honors.
Someone put it
your
above his
grubby
head.
fingers in
Yeah,
there.
someone hold it up there so I can. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No
Ooh.
cheating.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, I was hoping it'd be a joint option.
There we go. Here's a drum roll.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We have a winner.
Pull my hat
What do
back.
we got? What do we
we,
got?
we have a winner.
Show
And
it to the
some,
camera.
and some joker wrote on this one, Tony loves Dave.
Oh,
Oh,
so
sweet.
we can put this on the camera here.
Is that one
I should
Tony
say
Death?
Tony
I think it's Tony
Hearts
Deaf.
Dave.
Tony Cabo, Tony Deaf. Tony, you are the winner
You get it.
Congrats.
of the
Awesome.
prize pack.
And
Yeah.
apparently you have
Yay.
something for me.
I will be in the. I will be contacting you in the DMs or the email or the Facebook or something, or you just send
find
me.
your DMs.
I need your address so I can ship your prize pack off to you. Also, there will be some
Congrats.
other
Congrats, Tony.
little goodies in there that you can check out. Thank you very much for being a longtime supporter.
Yeah.
And congratulations.
Stick around.
All right, now we must get to the Build the Bard streaming challenge. A little update on this. So, so many things we are doing now, guys. Well, at least we're done with one challenge or one prize contest thing. Maybe in a few months we'll try the whole prize
I'll
thing
wait for the
again.
next packs to
Yep.
get another swag bag of,
Or maybe
yeah.
something cool will happen. I have some games I could get rid of. You know, if my
Maybe even some consoles.
used
I pick up. Yeah, right.
used shitty game contest. But
Yeah.
anyway, Build a Bard streaming challenge. This is where we, the crew, the Couch Co-op, is tasked with streaming 100 hours. That's 20 hours apiece.
Yep. Yeah, Bill said we weren't just allowed to
We
let
weren't-
Ian.
Yeah,
do
Ian
the
Bill was
bring it
like,
back.
no, there's no way that we can just let Ian just do this challenge for us. So it's 20 hours each. So here's the current standings. Ian is at 35 hours, but only 20 of those count. Jared is at 12 hours. Dave is at 6.
Nice.
Scott is also at 6. And Aaron is at 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we need to get Aaron streaming more.
Let's
I
go,
know,
buddy.
I know.
Let's go.
There has been some news and updates on this front.
Oh man.
First of all, Bill has said that if we can hit 200 hours,
Oh my God.
if we can hit 200 hours,
What?
he will do an original illustration of a character or something of our choice. So we could have some like huge poster that he would draw,
I don't know.
original art.
I
Time to
don't
get back
need
on
a
Red Dead.
Huge
Let's just
poster.
saddle up.
I'd
Yeah.
love to see
Well, just
60
a-
hours right
just-
there.
Just a cool character of us, or the couch, or the logo, or something pornographic on the couch. I don't know what it is. We could come up with this, but
on the
he's
couch.
going to illustrate
That's
it.
you.
That's if
Ooh.
we hit 200 hours.
This month?
Yeah, this month.
Oh wow.
that's
Okay.
So you're right there. You've got 5 more hours to get.
I can
your 40.
help us.
that's not 40 hours a piece, is it?
That's almost 40 hours apiece. See,
Ah.
this is a crazy stretch goal. This is a crazy stretch goal. I understand that's very difficult, guys.
The shoot for the stars
But-
ain't get the moon.
But I thought there's no way these guys are going to do this.
I'm gonna
There's
quit
no
my
way.
job
Like, why are they going
For
to
the cause.
So
Aaron just needs a camera and a mic and just
Well,
throw
maybe-
on Aaron
maybe-
comedy show.
Maybe he'll be lenient on Aaron. We'll find out.
Yeah.
No,
We'll
I
see.
think
Come on, Bill.
Okay, so here's my. I have a challenge to throw down to incentivize you
Oh
guys.
my God.
Ooh.
anyone
PSN
who anyone of you guys that gets close to my streaming hours gets a $10 PSN gift card.
Oh.
So runner up. Whoever gets.
Run up.
Yeah.
If that one person beats my hours, they get a $20 PSN card.
Oh.
So that is the incentive on my end.
So I want to throw a little one in there.
Oh,
as
Dave
well.
wants to. Dave
Oh,
wants
man.
to. Oh,
And
this is not planned, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, not great.
Aaron incentive.
Oh, Aaron
Alright.
incentive.
If Aaron ends up in the top 3 numbers of hours streamed,
Top 3.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
he just has to end up in the top half of the table.
He has to be
not the
third,
bottom.
not
Yeah,
fourth.
Third.
I like that.
Not fourth.
All right.
I will give him a $20
Oh my
PSN card.
gosh.
Oh my.
What? You're gonna
All right.
incentivize.
Incentivized.
Or,
Alright.
or I'll buy him a $20 game.
So
if he
this
wants
now
to do it.
this makes that the 200 hours is not impossible.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have to do this now. I have to.
There's a
do
lot
it.
of money being
please.
thrown about,
Yeah,
let's-
and some
let's
original
go.
art.
So, just remind me when if he does come.
This Build a
All
Bard
right.
streaming challenge is
All
getting
right.
out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. All we really need to do is hit 100 hours, and Build a Bard will sing an original
Yeah,
song
no, serenade
Nice.
us and
on our show.
It's
and
gonna be
rock
so
out.
Perhaps
awesome.
a new Couch the Co-op theme song. We don't even know. We don't know. We don't know. But it's getting out of hand. I'm willing to put down. We'll see how it goes. Anyway,
Cool.
I'm gonna keep running
Yep.
tallies.
Wow.
Get streaming, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not even
Yeah, the
halfway
main-
through the month.
The main
This is
problem we
doable.
have on this, though,
can
for
do
those
this.
listeners keeping score, is
That's a lot of bloody boob hours.
we only
Bloody
a number of
Oh,
us,
it's a
our
stream
videos only
game.
stay
Oh,
for
that's
14
right.
days.
Team game.
I remember that.
So
I've
Ian's
seen
going to
that.
keep the
I got
run in
confused.
total, so it may not look like we've done 40 hours, but
I think they trust me.
We
yeah.
can do it.
I think they trust me. Yeah. Okay, that's I think that's all the house cleaning and stuff out of the way. And congrats to Tony Death on the prize pack. And remember Rockhart clothing. Yeah.
So Aaron, you just need to like clean sweep that stuff and get yourself
Get a role playing game.
sweet
All right.
PSN dollars.
All right.
Okay, so let's get to some news and rumors. First rumors. Rumored Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. New Assassin's Creed game might be set in the Viking Age.
Yes, please.
News: God of War continues to win big, scoring 5 BAFTAs, including Best Game, Best Narrative, Best Audio, Best Music, and Best Performance.
Congrats.
Dracian Schreier blows the lid off Anthem development. Go read the article on Kotaku. Fortnite introduces respawns in next patch. Rage 2 gives cheat codes as pre-order incentives. Borderlands 2 gets review bombed on Steam. First Steam game to use their new off-topic review activity feature. And Borderlands 3 announces their date. It drops September 13th. We didn't get to talk about Borderlands last week. I just mentioned it. Hey guys, we should probably talk about, I know we can talk about some of these other things if you want, but Borderlands 3 dropping in September. Do any of you guys want to talk about that?
Oh,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
out of my birthday.
Oh.
Hello. 13th.
Nice.
They knew it. They
Well,
knew it was
maybe
gonna
you
happen.
should
birthday.
go for those sweet PSN dollars.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Man.
Boy.
What are you guys looking forward to, and what do you guys want in a new Borderlands 3? You just want
Just-
more of the same?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same feel because
Yeah.
I just picked up the Handsome Collection and just how the game feels to play is so awesome.
Fun co-op.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I
Like
want more.
good matchmaking co-op.
I'm excited about
be
all the
great.
different worlds. There will be a lot of different terrains to explore. So
Yeah,
it'll
that
be
trailer
really interesting.
teased all these different worlds. It's, that city one looks really cool. That neon kind of cyberpunk looking city.
Yeah.
Did
Looks
we in the
cool.
chat learn that it's 4-player couch co-op on the Handsome Collection that just came out?
There is
Yeah,
that.
it is 4-player.
Actually,
couch.
all of the upgraded ones that are now on the PS4 and Xbox One are 4-player.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Of the,
Nice.
the
Oh, I did not-
remastered ones.
Yeah.
The remastered ones are all
Oh
4-player
yeah, the ones
co-op.
they just
Now's
dropped
the time to
in
get
the
into
announcement.
Borderlands. Yep.
So yeah, you can play co-op on those. This new one will have 2-player co-op, like the traditional ones have always had.
Nice.
Will it have 4-player?
No.
Seems
Oh.
weird.
Well, it'll
but-
have 4-player, but not like couch.
Oh,
Not
like
local.
separate
Oh, okay.
TVs.
Online
So,
for sure.
Online for sure.
Step back a bit. The remastered ones have 4-player
Player split screen.
split screen.
Yeah,
couch.
the
Yes.
updated ones have
Yeah,
4-player split.
as well as online.
Did you get that?
I did get the Handsome Collection. It's $15
Oh.
until tomorrow.
Yeah, $15.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 I would love
14
to play
And
that with
it's
you.
not the
99.
version he's got on.
It is.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's the
It
same
is.
one.
It's the same one.
I
So I
bought
can
mine
buy
for
it on
20. He
disc.
got his for 15.
You could, but I don't know if it's $14.99.
Or you could just borrow it from Aaron. He'll
Or
never
you
play
just
it
borrow
again.
it from Aaron. Yeah, there's that too.
Me.
True.
Yeah.
There is that.
Save some money, Dave.
'Cause
August-
I've enjoyed those games when I've played them, but
Oh,
I have
great.
actually never completed Borderlands 2.
I've never played it co-op.
Oh,
Sounds
that's
like
how
a
you
lot
Oh,
have
of
that's
to
the
play
only
it.
way you can
Yeah.
play it.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Good.
awesome co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
This is a
I remember being
fantastic
at
one.
Ian's place and
And yeah,
Multiple
it's super
TVs.
fun. I played. That's where Bill the Bard and I came up with the original Dude Bro, and we were just so on the
Yeah.
PS3 you could pitch. You can still do it too, but you'd pitch shift your voice. So we pitch shift our voices to like little kids. Hey, and we'd play with other. We'd
That's
like
right.
open up the party so
Okay,
anyone could
that's-
drop in when we were playing, and we'd go, "Hey, Dude Bro," and we just run around and harass people, and some of them would stick with us forever.
Did anybody play in the game
Yeah.
with you? With
Yeah.
the chat.
No,
Did they
no one
join
ever.
the chat?
No one ever joined
is
chat.
that how you met
Oh.
Tony Death?
No, it's not how I met. I met Tony Death through the show, Dave. I think we all met him through the
Yeah.
show. Yeah. So, but yeah. So Borderlands 3 though will only have 2-player split screen,
Oh.
kind of like
That's cool.
like the originals only
Right,
had
right.
split
Yeah.
screen for anyway
Yeah,
Well,
Limit-
that's
limit-
fine.
limitations of the
Yeah.
console.
that's true.
Well, speaking of Borderlands, we got a question pertaining to Borderlands by from Nick DeWin, and he wants to know what characters from the previous Borderlands entries are you looking forward to play again. Now, I'm not sure Nick is quite aware, but you don't get to replay the characters.
No.
Not at least
No.
not
Yeah,
yet anyway.
They haven't announced all
Yeah.
that stuff fully, but there are four brand new characters, but that you can see in the trailer. At least there's several.
Well, they have
of
an
those
announcement trailer
characters.
just for the characters now too.
Yeah. So
Yay.
there's 4 new ones. But yeah, if I did get to choose, I would totally choose Mordecai again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from the first one.
I'd probably choose Zero again. That was a fucking dope character. I'm just saying, freaking dope. Sorry.
I just really enjoyed the character because he had his bird that would just hunt the enemies down and just smash them after you powered them up. It just destroyed them.
That was
I
pretty
remember
cool.
that.
Yeah, and it was so awesome. I want more of that.
And a lot of those, well, Mordecai is in the new game. He's in the new game as a character. I don't know if he's playable. We don't know if these past characters are playable. I'm guessing they're not if we're going by past Borderlands history.
Yeah.
But all those characters show up as characters like in the story. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
happening too. If I remember right.
I would probably go with. I actually really like the Technomancer from Borderlands 2. There was a DLC character where
Yeah,
you like
yeah.
this little person and you like summon the robot.
Oh,
That was super
Tina,
fun.
right?
That was super fun. So that's an interesting one.
I think Tiny Tina. needs
Tiny
to
that's
come
the
back.
Necromancer. I
She
think.
comes back. I know
Yeah.
she comes back, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing she's probably not playable either.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, I don't know how much farther in the future Borderlands 3 is, but that would be such a cool character, actually being Tiny Tina and having a bunch of cool
She's like a
explosives or
teenager
something
looking.
like that.
I think she's like teenager looking. So
Yeah.
like
She's not tiny anymore.
she's not tiny
No, she's
anymore.
not
So it's
grown
got to
up.
be at
She's
least.
just Tina.
It's probably about
Just
the same
Tina.
amount of time that's
That'd be
passed since
kind
the
of a cool
game
name,
came out.
but
What's it been?
just
7
Tina.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably about 7 years since.
So
Yeah.
they didn't give any hints as to like who the main bad guys
No,
are.
they
in the
showed.
new
They
one,
did
or-
show the main bad guys already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And looks
Some twins,
awesome.
yeah.
But it
by the
doesn't
way.
really tell you what the story is or what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just-
A
excited.
billion guns.
Yeah,
I'm actually
billions.
really
Well, that's what
excited
everyone
for the new
wants.
Siren class. I mean, this is buff hot
With
chick.
the arms.
Yeah, with the arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's a mech character.
Yeah.
There's a. What's the other one? There's like a regular soldier kind of
There
character.
was a soldier, and then there was a girl kind of looked like Tank Girl from.
No, that's the mech character.
Oh, I thought that was.
Yeah.
She has robots. Oh, one has a pet. One's like an animal.
That's the robot.
That's a robot.
I
Animal.
think the robot has the pet.
Okay. Well, there's one with pets, and then there's one
Yeah.
with
And
mechs.
The
and
other
there's
one's a
one-
boss
What's
in
Mac?
Borderlands 2. I just for some reason can't remember his name.
Anyway, it looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Super
Oh,
excited.
that's great.
Are you guys cool with it just being more of the same, or do you want some of this Destiny 2, Anthem, Division 2 stuff put in it?
Nah.
I'd like it to be more of the same. I'm kind of
yeah.
like honestly, I played Destiny 2. That was one of the games I beat over the time.
Oh, it freezed out.
Oh no.
We're having technical
Oh.
difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, it's
Technical.
okay.
Ian,
Cool.
Ian's just fine, but
What
Anyway,
were we saying? Dave?
I beat Destiny 2 on the story mode, and I don't think I played it with anyone
Yeah.
that I actually talked to. And even if you guys had been playing, I don't think you really needed to. So,
No.
and it's kind of like Anthem as well. I don't like we've played a couple of missions together, but it's not very cooperative. It kind
No.
of seems like if you were there, great.
You're there to
if you're
hang
not,
out.
yeah, you're basically just having a party chat. And
Yeah.
it just so happens that the other guy's moving around.
Yeah.
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 But-
So one thing I really love about the Borderlands series is when you are playing co-op and you get downed, you're almost dead, you can actually kill something around you and you'll be revived.
Yeah, I
automatically.
like that idea. They
And
could
that
keep
that could
going.
lead to such stressful situations and added to so much fun of the game.
That was nice.
Yeah, and just keep that up, and I really don't need anything new from the series because it's just so good.
I
It feels
just-
good.
I hope they bring in more of like of the story, like make the new baddie like just as unique as Handsome Jack was, because he was like a psychopath, and that was kind of awesome. I liked it. But the new person that's coming in, they better be able to fill his shoes, like make him even more
or even like
crazy.
a relative of Handsome Jack.
yeah, like that,
Like,
his.
We all
cousin or
want Handsome
something.
Jack back.
But it's not gonna happen
Yeah.
because he's gone. He's long gone.
All right, so Nick had a little follow-up. I mainly played as Roland through a couple playthroughs in the first one. Loved that Scorpio turret, but barely played Borderlands 2. Haven't played the pre-sequel. I'd say Roland is my pick, but in doing some research, he dies in 2. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
I did pick up the Handsome Collection over the weekend for $15 on the PlayStation Store.
Good.
Thanks for Jared for the heads up.
Of course, I wanna play some Borderlands with you, Nick. Let's do it.
Yeah.
4-player.
Hey Nick,
Yeah,
how come
Let's go.
we're friends? Why don't you friend me on PlayStation 4?
Or me,
Or me,
Stellar 87, Jared, Nick.
Mappy Man, Nick.
Yeah,
All right,
let's play some games, dude.
Where's Dave at?
Hey, time out.
It's Tony Death time.
Oh
my
all right,
God.
you don't need that time.
TDT.
Oh man, he's
TD.
over.
TDT.
Toot. All right. Well, this first question is for all of us. Well, all of you guys, not for me. Okay, so who besides Ian has spanked it to a video game character? My money.
I'm glad this is not happening next week.
My money is on Aaron.
Nope. No, not me. Never done it.
I'm just trying to think because I've spanked to a lot of things, but you know.
No.
Does cosplay count?
Actually, yeah, that's a
Save
good
me,
point.
Jared. Yes, cosplay counts.
Yeah.
No. No.
Well, it depends on
No, mine was
whether you're
comic book, I
talking
guess,
a
but-
character while you're actually playing the game and a
Ooh.
character in the game, or whether it's like, was it who was it that showed me that Mass Effect one? There was like the
That-
Oh,
Miranda,
really?
Miranda Lawson.
The lollipop one.
Oh, the lollipop. Oh, the Futanari one.
Yes.
no, I'm thinking
It's the
I've-
one
I've
where they're
s-
in the circle, right?
I've seen.
Aaron has spanked it, dude.
No, I didn't do it. I
He's
just
totally
remember it because
spanked it, dude.
it's one of those things. You see it and it won't
This
leave.
question has gone on way too long. You guys were all supposed to
The
say no.
answer is no.
I like the fact that the
Yeah, that's
assumption is
funny.
that we won't even bother asking Ian.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
We know the answer.
You guys don't even want to go there.
Ian's like a teenager. He just leaves us a trail of that stuff everywhere.
And this one is for
Yeah.
Dave. Are we gonna get a rundown on Dave's big trip, your vacation, your time off?
The
Are you gonna
asylum.
tell us anything about this?
Yeah, it was really exciting. I went into this cave, and before I went in, I'd like ate
you
a
found
lot
a
of food
lollipop.
and beer and stuff.
Special one.
And then when I came out of the cave, I weighed a little less. And then my parents came over, and I went to Canada.
What happened in Canada? Can't you get a neuro massage in Canada?
Oh, I don't know.
I think you can.
But yeah, I went to Canada to see a cousin I haven't seen for 15 years, and my
In
auntie.
Canada?
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
up in
Nice.
Vancouver. So that was really, really nice, and I really enjoyed Vancouver. It's a beautiful place, and I highly recommend going up there.
Yeah, I'd love
Awesome.
to someday.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I need to go
I was
back.
going to come back probably about 4 weeks ago, but then my parents were coming into town, and they flew in on the Monday and then didn't fly, flew out on a
Understandable.
Monday, so that
Yeah.
took like 3 Mondays out. So.
I'm going with my mom in July, so we're gonna go up to Canada, do Seattle, and then she's never done Pacific
fun.
Northwest.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I can't go for 5 to 10 years. I'm not gonna really
Oh,
explain
no.
why, but you can do some research and figure that out on your own.
Needless to say,
I
it,
can't go.
It involves
Nope.
spanking it to a video
Spanking
game.
into a video
That's
game.
right.
Anyway.
Right.
Canada.
And then this next question, I thought we kind of expand a bit on kind of a mini topic on the show. So Briar on Fire, he asked us some questions a
I
couple
listened
shows
to his
back.
podcast.
I
yeah.
love that name.
Yeah. So his name is
Pretty dope.
Briar. And,
Canada. He's
and
also in
he's
Canada.
in
Hey,
Canada, and
Oh.
his podcast is
Hey.
Briar on Fire. He talks about video games, and he also talks about life. Anyway, with him and his wife, generally.
Brife with life.
Anyway, his question that he asked me like a couple weeks back, but I didn't answer it on my shorty because I wanted to save it for you guys, is do you guys feel like playing video games is useless? A lot of people will say it's a waste of time, childish, something that doesn't really benefit you. Do you guys have any thoughts? Have you ever felt like you were wasting your time instead of doing something more productive, like working on a hobby, etc.?
Okay, Mom. No.
Yeah. Well, speaking as a gentleman who has lots of hobbies and seems to acquire them and then drop them, it depends on how in depth you want to make it as a hobby. I mean, I feel it's better than watching TV.
Well, let's
Yeah,
just
I
put
love
it there.
this.
Let's put it there.
Yeah.
This is a hobby.
Yeah.
This
it
is a
It's not a
hobby.
lifestyle or
Yeah.
anything.
It's a perfectly valid hobby, just
Yeah.
in the same way that people enjoy movies and movie buffs. A video game buff is just the same. I
Just
think-
like wanking it to sexy video games is a hobby, Dave.
oh man.
What hobbies are you into?
Anyway, no,
We're
let's-
gonna take that
One
pro.
question.
I'm gonna take that pro. Anyway, let's go back to. Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
No, I think it's a perfectly valid use of your time. But by the same token, it's like, if you want to stay in or 16 hours and do a 16-hour gaming session, I just find now that, I used to be able to sit there and play 8-10 hours, and now between life and just getting older, I just don't want to.
Right.
But that's not stopped me playing a lot of games. I mean, I play an awful lot of games, but I find that I play 2 hours before I go to bed, kind of thing.
Well, I'm gonna take this in a little bit in a direction. First of all, it is a hobby. I do believe it is entertainment. It is fun.
Yeah.
It is soothing. It can get you out of your mind and refreshed.
And it can be stimulating.
It's stimulating. That being said, I do spend a lot of time thinking, what the fuck am I doing? As a filmmaker, as a failed filmmaker, if I stream for like 4-6 hours, it's like, couldn't I have done something way more productive than just sitting here doing this? I do have that conversation with myself quite a bit. Other key in that is also depression plays a factor. Like when I'm depressed, sometimes all you want to do is listen to music, or it's just easy to pick up a controller and escape reality.
Yes.
Very true.
So it's a lot of these things. It's like what you're saying, the question, all that is probably true to a degree. Maybe it's true for you. It's true for me, certainly. But then there's also the times where it's also super fun, super rewarding. I mean, I think some of the times I created this podcast just to make me playing video games relevant. Or a certain part relevant, or it's like part of me being creative out of the fact that I think I'm not doing anything. So it's like an act out of that. Like, oh, I'm not doing anything. How can I make this not seem so useless? And maybe this podcast, this Twitch stream is a part of that. And that's kind of a negative thing to think about or to view it as. But at the same time, it's also rewarding to me at this point. It's like, oh wow, we have a viewership, we've created something, people like watching us and like listening to us and ask us questions like this. So it's not like none of it's relative. It's all, in any given time it's either awesome or it sucks. Sometimes it's like like playing 1,000 hours of Skyrim is not healthy to a certain degree, but I'm also really proud of it, so I don't know.
But then also I'm sure you guys have the same thing. I'm sat there at work thinking,
I'd rather be playing a video game.
Yeah, I'd rather be playing the video game.
Oh,
Or
yeah, all
I'd
the
rather
time.
be doing this. So quite a lot of times it's like, realistically, I mean, the other thing I related to is the guitar. I really enjoy playing the guitar, but I have to watch out that I don't just pick up the computer and go to Craigslist and look at guitars, or go on YouTube and just watch
'Cause
guitar videos.
Sometimes about video games, it's just the buying them, the rush of getting them at a cheap deal, or at just
Right.
buying a bunch of them
Makes
for super
sense.
cheap. That in itself is like a stimulation. That
I
like,
have a ton
Midnight
of
release.
Yeah.
I have two
Right.
She's super hot with
Oh,
big titties,
gosh.
and she's like busted. Oh, sorry.
She's busting you nuts.
Someone's getting you there
okay.
fast.
Thanks,
All
Tony.
right.
Thanks for putting that in the show, Tony. I
Yeah.
believe
Fire on
you.
fire.
I'm not sending that prize back now.
Just kidding. You're getting it, Tony.
Anyway, you should never feel guilty for playing video games.
No.
I don't think you should.
Whoever does
if
make
you
you feel
do,
guilty.
That
Thank
rush
you.
of excitement when you get a new video game and it's actually everything you were hoping for in the game, that's always fun.
I
Oh,
do
yeah.
think if you're neglecting things in life, like
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
then
That makes
maybe
sense. That's what I was thinking.
maybe
If you have a kid just sitting next to you, like, Daddy, let's go to the park or
Yes.
something like that, and you're like, no, I'm playing a video game, and then in the back of your
You need
mind,
to check
probably
yourself.
have
Exactly.
self doubt,
That
like,
makes
oh,
sense.
I should probably be doing this, but I'd rather play a
But
game.
that can be
That-
a
that
lot of
kind of
things
stuff,
in
that's-
life, really,
yeah.
isn't it?
So I mean, if you're using your time appropriately and you're not pushing everything else to the side,
Yeah.
no, I mean it's
It's
just
all
a
about
hobby.
balance.
It's a hobby. It's
Yeah.
it's comfort food. It's something good for your soul.
I
And
forget.
it can help you get frustration out
Yeah.
if you're angry or something like that. There's games for that.
Yeah.
There's soothing ones. There's
Yeah.
all sorts. So I mean, they're as useful as you make them.
I forget what episode it is, but it's quite a ways back with Bill DeBarda, of course, and he and I had a talk about addiction.
I remember that one.
And a lot of people enjoy that episode.
Yeah.
And video games can be very addictive, like anything.
Oh, yeah.
And you gotta. Some people can be disciplined and they deal with it. Other times it's out of control, and it's just one of those things. You need
Yeah.
to learn moderation. So.
I find that
I want to chime in.
Oh, go ahead. Let's go first.
So yeah, Briar on Fire. I've been listening to your podcast too. It's cool that you have segments of just life, and then there's video games, and there's new movies and stuff like that. So it's cool that you have segmented episodes, where ours is just kind of like a hodgepodge of everything, and then our personal lives. But I play more video games now that I'm on a podcast about video games. I play
So
video
do
games.
I.
So,
Yeah.
Same.
Like
Actually,
the inspiration's highly there. Like, what'd you beat this week? Oh, I didn't go to anything. I just went to a bunch of Alice Wonderland raves and didn't touch a controller. Now I'm like, well, I wake up early naturally, so Sunday I'm up at like 9 a.m. Nobody's awake. I got
That's
this
early
perfect
for you?
downtime, and it's like I'm gonna play video
Jeez.
games. I'm gonna like hop on Steam. I'm gonna hop on this free game this month, and it's
Yeah,
my downtime that I am now like filled this gap with just like chilling out and just getting into a game. Detroit Become Human was just such a good story, and I was completely enveloped in it. I equate that to a Netflix series that you're watching the entire series. You're binging a full Netflix series in one view. I felt that the same way with the video game, that I played this game from beginning to end in one weekend, and I have no regrets about it. It's a great story, and at the end of it, I can like talk to people about it, and like my roommates were playing with me, so we were all like collectively going through this together. Yeah, I have no regrets about.
I do feel a little guilty because it is me making you guys play more, maybe even spending more.
200 hours.
200 hours. The streaming hours is gonna get
You're
you.
not putting a bullet gun in our head to do it.
I'm not doing that.
Just a PSN card.
And I did say this year that game of the year is like whatever games you've played this year. You know, I'm trying to, but I still feel like there is a bit of that, like keeping up with the Ian or the Joneses or whatever, keeping up.
Yeah.
And I feel a little bit bad about that, but you know, at any time you guys, I don't want you guys to feel pressured at any time you can back out. Jared, you don't, or Aaron, you don't have to hit 20 hours if you don't want to.
I want to now. Dropping those incentives, but also I really do want to. It's just like I kind of have an old stigma again, that sort of thing, and I don't know where it comes from.
You know what I think though is, I see you playing. You play more than enough video games to meet that target. All you need to do is click that share button.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
the bit that gets
No,
me.
but there is those
Immediate.
times like you're playing a video game and it's a sunny day outside, and I just like, I kind of like stop and look and it's like, man,
One of my
what could I be doing right now other than
sometimes
this?
I feel that way too.
Step back.
And then I'm old and I'm like, oh, I hate people, and I'm just gonna stay in my house.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite gaming memories is, I think, when I got my Xbox 360 and I brought it home, and it was a beautiful summer's day, and I had Halo for it. It wasn't the first one. It was the first one on the Xbox 360. But Ellen and we closed all the blinds in here.
Nice.
So it was like pitch black. We had like cold beer, and we just sat there and kind of couch co-op to mainlined Halo.
And that is love right there, guys.
And honestly, one
That
of
is
my
love.
favorite things
love.
to do on a really hot summer's day is to like make the room really dark and play video
Oh yeah.
games.
Well, no, but
That's great.
it's funny because like last week was my spring break, and while I did get out, I did get out a couple times and hung out with people and friends and did some stuff. I did spend because
You
my
whacked
wife
off to video games.
because
a
my
lot.
wife was in school and doing homework and stuff. I did spend most of my day just playing video games, and there was parts of me was like, man, you used to make movies on a spring break, man.
I remember
You used to do all these great things.
And then you realized I couldn't act.
No, but no, it doesn't matter. I used to do all kinds of like that. Anyway,
Ouch.
a lot of movies were made on spring breaks, and now I
Yes.
just don't. I even thought about working on a piece of my documentary, and then I didn't even bother with that. Well, because my wife's doing homework on the computer. I can't do that. I'm just gonna play video games.
As a closing comment for me on that, most of the people that say video games are a waste of time spend more time watching TV than most
This is very
gamers
true, actually.
spend
This is
playing
very true.
games. So which one's a waste of time? I don't
Here, I'll
know.
give you
I'm not
this.
going to judge that.
I think TV is a low art.
Yeah.
I think video games are a high art.
Anyway, here's my
Well-
here's my top tip for just motivation and projects in general is, and I find this if I'm working on the house or doing anything. Sometimes you don't feel like biting off the whole project,
Right.
but sometimes if you just go in and get all the bits out and put them on the desk, so when you wake up the next morning, you can go straight into it,
Oh, yeah.
whatever it is you're doing. I
Have
find
things
that really helps.
Right.
That's what
And
I did this
plus,
weekend.
you don't feel guilty if you know, maybe you just go find all the hammer and nails or all the wrenches you need for whatever the project is, and then go play some video games and don't feel guilty about it. And say tomorrow I'll, you know,
So my thing is to bounce off of that as well. It's balance. You don't want if you feel like you want to play video
I
games.
mean, Jared only said it in closing.
No.
No, I'm just
Closing
kidding. Go
part
for it.
C.
Aaron. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Well,
Aaron.
Part
Aaron
C.
hasn't gotten to talk.
Yeah. Balance.
No, he talked at the beginning and said
I
you said it was hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I kind of retract that because Ian brought up a good point earlier a little bit after that.
No, I know, brother.
But no, it's like balance. That's really what it is. You gotta find a balance between playing video games and living your life because you don't want to spend all your life
Aaron's
playing
balance is living life in 20 minutes of video games.
games. More like half hour, thank you. But no, it's all about finding your mojo and balance. You don't want to be one of those people that's constantly at the TV screen. By the same token, you don't always want to be busy. because busy, it's like the saying goes, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. But it's true to that as well it is in gaming.
Well, it's kind of like a beer. Always feels better after a bit of work.
Exactly.
You know what's funny too is like before spring break, I was like hadn't drank really much at all, and man, I felt so good.
Yeah.
And then man, that whole drinking thing.
Yeah.
If only,
And
if
that's
only,
the whole
if
bit.
only
Yeah,
it
that drinking
tasted
thing.
like just like cat shit, you know,
Yeah.
like urine, cat urine and shit. Then I wouldn't do it, but it's so delicious. Dude, let's get back to the.
That's a
hot
fire
shit.
question. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, thank you,
Fire.
Briar.
That
Yeah, good
question was
question.
on fire.
I hope you got something out of those meandering rumblings.
No, I think you did. Guys, let's get back to the beating, the wanking. It's time for beat list.
2
Oh,
weeks
man.
of beating.
2 weeks, fucking 3 months for beating
yeah.
Dave.
I've been beating it
hard.
straight. So in answer to the
raw.
question, yeah, I have beat.
Whoa,
beaten the video game.
yeah, you have
Whoa,
beaten
whoa,
it.
whoa,
You've
whoa.
beaten it. You've beaten it multiple times. But at a Far Cry 5, Destiny, and Bulletstorm, which one of those do you want to talk about?
Ooh, let's go Destiny 2 first. Destiny 2
I said one. Which one?
was more like Destiny 1.
Okay, next. Speed round.
Far Cry 5 was the promise was great, but it kind of the story just copped out.
Oh.
Are you excited about New Dawn after
Uh,
playing this?
I might actually buy it. It wasn't.
It's super cheap right now.
It
Yeah.
could be a good. If the story is good, it could be good. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the mechanics of Far Cry 5. It was just
I think you'll like New Dawn.
yeah.
It's streamlined, Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5, like, it started so well with the characters and the cult, and then it kind of just degenerated into an aimless mess, and then you don't... I don't want to spoil the end, but basically, the end just happens. There's nothing that, like, gives you any kind of idea what happens at
That
the
is
end.
ridiculous. I hate when games do that.
It's just
Interesting.
like,
Oh, it
there's
does.
no build-up or anything like that. You defeat the final boss, and then he's like, ha ha ha. And, you know,
This is literally
cares?
that.
Joseph Seed.
Bulletstorm. Tell me about Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm is what happens when you let people...
The developers of Gears of War.
No, let me finish. It's what happens when you let people who are genuinely funny and know something about the subject matter script a video game.
Yeah.
Because the back and forth, it's
it's
meta
back
at
and
times,
forth.
it's not meta,
Man,
I
and
love that game.
you need to play it with the Duke Nukem shit, man.
Yeah.
and then the game mechanics, just the whole like reeling them in and then kicking them back out, reeling them in. I mean, that was all genius as
Fire
well.
in the hole.
I
There's also
wish
things you can catch 'em
I
on,
could
too, when
gift
you do
my.
that.
I wish I could gift my Duke Nukem DLC to you guys.
Yeah,
$5.
It sounded
it's
fun.
so good.
yeah.
$5.
I might give it a year, but I might actually buy that DLC because, yeah, it was just Bulletstorm was just. It was hard enough, but not too hard.
Yeah.
It was fun, and it was it was a really good kick back and relax game.
Cool. Jared. Oh my gosh, you beat my Speedermans.
Yeah, I finally decided to sit down and beat the last few hours of Spider-Man.
Did you platinum it?
No, I just rushed through the
He
last
doesn't
3
care.
hours of the game.
Doesn't care.
And,
Scott's gonna take it and look at it, but not
after
play
I
it.
beat it, I had like 28% of the trophies, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
28. That's it.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, weak
No
sauce.
pigeons, no
no
average.
backpack.
No,
I,
pigeons.
I had all the QuickTime things turned off. I had it on the easiest story mode.
He ain't got no time for
possible.
that shit, guys. He's got more important
I
games to
busted
play.
through the last 3 hours of the game
It
on my
is a
stream.
super easy, super fun.
He's
platinum.
like-
I planned
He was like,
Jared.
nah.
Think about that.
He was like, fuck
I
that.
have too
thing.
many games I'm playing right now.
I gotta go.
I had to narrow it down. I'm like, I can beat this one real quick, and
He's
then
like,
I can
fuck
move
that.
on.
He's like,
Let's
fuck
go.
that. I gotta go bromance Arden.
Yeah, man.
that's right.
Final Fantasy 15 episode Arden.
Arden.
I can't stand that guy. He's a dick.
Dude, no. Episode Arden is the best DLC in Final Fantasy 15. It really is. It actually shows you his past.
Oh.
And,
Okay.
you know, it shows how old, it tells about how old he is and all that stuff. So it shows
Is he
what.
an immortal, technically?
Yeah, but
That's
it
what I
shows what happened to him and why he's kind of more than kind of an asshole.
I was
but,
going to say, he's a major asshole.
why he really wanted the throne. I mean, it kind of goes into why he wanted and needed the throne in Final Fantasy 15 as you're going through it.
Ian, we gotta play this game.
But it goes
Dude,
through
inside
those
jokes,
details.
yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody out there is curious if it's worth the $10,
Check
yes, it is worth more than $10. That was the best one. And while you're in kind of the open world part of the city, Insomnia, the music is like this
It's pretty
crazy rap song, and it's always looping, and it's pretty cool actually.
Rap
it's
in
really
Final
good.
Fantasy.
Yeah, it's actually
actually
really cool.
works.
I should
Japanese
play
rap.
it for
I
you.
heard
It's
some of
on
this
my.
during it. Yeah.
I don't think episode art is on my stream. That's before it started saving my content. But we should find that on YouTube. It's actually
Just
really
play
cool.
the rap
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, but
So which one do you like better, Spider-Man or Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy.
Boo.
This is like top game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm all pro Final Fantasy. I think it's one of the.
Actually, speaking of Japan, I just want to give a big shout out to my brother who's over there in Tokyo right now,
Nice.
cool.
and visited the store called. It's Ian's store.
Titty and Co.
Oh yeah, awesome.
I love it.
I asked
I
him, "Did
love
you
that.
get any?" And he said, "Nope, they didn't have any free samples."
Oh,
No handful of samples.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
that's
Sorry. We sorry, ladies, for making these really sad and
Yeah.
pubescent
We're
jokes.
just men. We're icky men.
Not that icky.
but yeah.
Touche.
Play
Yeah,
episode
speak
art
for
in.
yourself.
Yeah, Arden. That's the final one. They canceled all the rest, but this is
Yeah,
the last one that came out.
That's the
for
final one. and,
F15.
Final Fantasy.
FF15.
If you're to
final,
play,
final.
if you're to play any of the DLC in Final Fantasy 15, just make it Ignis and Arden.
Okay.
Why did they ever call that game series Final Fantasy?
That's a good
It
question.
was their last
actually.
attempt for Square.
They,
To
if
make
it
a game.
didn't- If
Make a
it didn't
game.
succeed, they would have failed.
Yeah, basically.
But then it succeeded, and they just kept the name.
Yeah.
All right.
I learned
statement.
something tonight.
Before I
Thank you,
let
guys.
Scott go on his beat all over my face, next week on our next show, we will have the developers of the game he's going to talk about on our show, Rose City Games. Two of the members?
I can't
Yes,
wait.
we have Will and Corey of Rose City Games to
Very
allow us
exciting.
to actually
Yeah.
host our show
This is a
at
tease. At their
the headquarters.
this is a first for us. This is a first. Like, we're gonna have a true, real developer on our show.
Yeah.
Which
That's
Exciting.
right.
Thanks to
developers.
Scott because he's friends with them somehow.
Oh, it's
don't
a
wanna
secret
know.
moon base. I can't
Secret
wait.
moon
Backdoor
base.
deals happened.
Yeah.
But their game, The World Next Door, which he's mentioned in a previous podcast, but he beat it this week. So
He
now
beat
you
it
can go.
hard.
And you were under NDA last time. You couldn't
I
really
was.
talk about it. So now you can just fucking
Let it
And
fly.
I feel like we're gonna talk about it
give
a
her.
lot.
We're gonna talk about a lot, but let's give your untethered review before you're in front of them and maybe feel too.
Untethered. So
Do you have any critique, like heavy?
to be given a game and told you gotta play through it, you gotta get through it as a reviewer copy, an NDA. It was intimidating. Like I haven't had this like pressure on me of like you gotta beat this game. Like put aside all your social friends. Cancel all, yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
It's a 6 to 8 hour game, and that made me want to just like, cool, I can do this. So I did. I finished it.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm so proud of this group. I did play at one of their drink and draws. It was a good like maybe 15-minute demo, and you just got to see the beginning part of the story and stuff like that. But they made a solid game, and I'm so happy it's not just like a Steam game that just kind of like goes under the rug. This is Switch. This is
legit
a legit
on a real console
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
And they teamed up with Viz. They have a comic book. I watched their Insta stories.
Well, Viz is actually publishing the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were at PAX and they were giving away physical comic books. That's a prelude to the game itself. So you're walking away with like
Break down what the game
I
is
love
again.
content like that.
What do you do? What is the game?
the game is dialogue, talking to characters, choosing commands. Like you can say
So is it like a point and click
Ian's
adventure, or is it just like a text based adventure?
you're physically walking around from place to place. I wish I could compare it to another game, but not a dating sim. But you definitely have your dialogue choices where you're just like, I don't need you guys. I can do this on my own, or like, help me. I'm new to this world. I don't know what I'm doing. And in the middle of all this, you have this really, really clever puzzle game where randomly generated colors will match up, or you'll drag and drop a blue gem over here and make like 5 gems. You'll make a red gem, and each one has its own attack. So they were really unique in this that it didn't copy anything else. This is original. This is fresh stuff.
Yeah, I
Everything.
watched your stream. It looked really interesting.
Yeah.
So it's
They
not like
actually
a match game of any. It's not like a match, like a Candy Crush match
Kind
game.
of.
It's
Yeah,
kind
you
of.
do match
Kind of.
things.
And I
yeah.
think they wanted to go away from like the just, puzzle dropping and little squares and stuff like that. That you're physically carrying a piece to another.
So would you
piece.
say it's kind of a puzzle RPG?
Not RPG?
Those you don't
puzzle.
and just
meets-
text.
Yeah, dialogue.
Text. So puzzle text adventure.
Sounds like a mobile game with puzzles.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
did you play the bird game, the Hateful
Hateful boyfriend. Yeah.
Hateful Boyfriend? Is it
Hateful
like
Boyfriend.
the texts are like that kind of game though?
No.
Not even like that.
I wish I could categorize
Well,
it.
yeah, you've
think-
played a lot of games that are just dialogue.
Well, I
and,
played
the-
I played the
that kind of
Hateful
stuff.
game.
And yeah, if you're saying it's
Oh,
nothing
what's
like
that
that,
game?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
played it.
it's
Alright.
pretty hard
Hateful
to
Boyfriend
get
is
away.
just like a garbage, insane amount of text
Yeah,
with barely any
that's a
like
dating
story
simulator,
choices.
right?
This is like every character you talk to, like you choose who goes into the dungeon to fight these puzzles.
and the
with you.
dungeons is the puzzle.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and there's 3 to 4 puzzles, and there's optional puzzles. Like you could just basically play through the main part of the game and not do these optional puzzles. Or like, hey, I like Horus. Horus is like the fire cow skull guy. Like I want to have him in my party, so I'm going to talk to him and give him praise, and he's going to follow me through the game. The art is so good. Like I see so
No,
many
it is.
indie
The
games,
ladies are
Yeah.
very attractive.
beautiful women.
It
and
does speak
like,
to me on that.
Yeah.
level.
Indie games just don't have the art. Like a lot of indie games have like cheesy art. Like
do
it's just
not.
like grade school, and they barely even put any detail in it.
Will the
It's just
artist
like,
be on the show?
No, I think
Oh, man.
Damn.
the name escapes me, but they're not in Portland. They're not local. I don't
Oh, okay,
think.
okay.
That's cool.
Music too. The music
That's
is like
awesome.
jazz. Like you're in the battle
Okay.
scene, you expect like an intense. No, it's just like kind of mellow, kind of jazzy, and it suits the game.
Right.
They actually recorded some dialogue. They made up a language called Emrys. Emrys is the world they're in.
So
and
we're gonna
they-
do one thing. So you don't have to do this when they're on the show, but you're gonna do it right here. Do you have something you would like? You would change about the game? Like, what is there a negative? Come on, be a
Longer.
reviewer. What?
longer. I think it needs
It's short. Too short.
Need more.
That 6-hour thing was great for a speed review that I didn't feel pressured to play like a 20-hour game. But now that it's over, I'm like, I need more. I do see that like of the achievements I got on Steam when I finished it. I'm still like halfway through.
But
There's character paths I could have taken.
yeah, it seems
or
like
who
there
you
would
choose
be
in this dungeon.
Do you feel-
replayability
They
due
did
to
that on
purpose.
characters.
And-
Yeah,
But do you feel like it doesn't call you to replay it?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
I want to know more. Like I went the route that you.
But are you going to?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
No.
Are you,
I-
Scott?
I-
Are you?
So, Scott,
I
Scott?
never use Steam. I now have Steam. I have now like become a steamer, a Stanley steamer.
Yeah.
and I think I have an incentive to actually go through and find all the hidden things. They even said like it shows on Steam what the percentage of people who have actually gotten
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
100% achievement,
Mm-hmm.
7%,
Right.
and that's after like a week of release. That means people haven't like replayed or dug enough to find these secrets.
Or they just did one and done.
Yeah, some people just probably played
Okay,
through
I'm
and
good.
said, "I'm good."
No, I think the art style is super cool. Oh, do we have some?
Yeah, we
I
got some
don't know,
Bitcoin,
but,
Craig.
but real quick,
Who's
Scott,
Bitcoin Craig?
Yeah.
well,
I'll take this
while Ian's
question.
pondering this, I want to ask Scott, like that game,
Yeah.
if you bring different characters into the dungeons, does
Mhm.
it differ the dungeon like puzzle?
The puzzle's the same.
Okay, so the
Um,
the character you bring with you doesn't impact the puzzle at all. It's just dialogue difference.
Dialogue difference, and you get to use their attacks. So
Okay.
I reference Horus. Horus is my favorite character. And
Yeah.
I might actually cosplay him at Rose City Comic Con
Okay, awesome.
because I like him so much. He's just a jerk. He's like always throwing like insults, just like you're not good enough. Like you're never gonna be the like chosen one. But his attack is kind of like a weird rune shape, whereas someone else's might be a plus. So.
Okay,
And
So
one of the
it can
achievements
change
is to
the
bring
puzzles quite a
every
bit.
single person
Huh.
once into your dungeon. So it encourages variety.
Bring him into my dungeon.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kidding.
Okay,
guys. Come
so
on.
yeah, it seems like it would be
Come
different
on.
enough to make it worth another
Wild
playthrough
card.
or two.
My friend M, who also kind of followed this in Rose City game, and she's been part of Pig Squad at one point. I'm pretty sure she's going to get the Switch version, so she's going to
Okay,
play
cool.
that while I played the
That
Steam
sounds like it'd
version.
be fun
Do you
on
know
Switch.
if they implemented touchscreen into that? It looks like a game that could implement that pretty well.
I feel like it'd be easy.
Ooh, I don't think so.
No?
Well, maybe they'll do a layer download their
They
update.
will be doing a multiplayer mode,
Okay, that's
and
fine.
I'm happy to hear. Yeah, they're doing more with it.
Yeah, Big Crane Greg. I don't know. Yeah, you can.
I don't
I'm
know,
sorry
I
you
read
had
it
to.
too.
I'm sorry you had to scroll so down. I'm sorry. Maybe if you followed us on Facebook, Twitch. I don't know. We don't. This Twitch stream's a little new, but we've been doing this podcast for like 5+ years,
Yeah.
and thanks for seeing it, and I'm sure at this point you've checked out. But
Don't forget to subscribe to
Bitcoin,
us.
Ethereum's great.
just hit the follow, and then you can leave and go on your merry way. Anyway,
So yeah, World Next Door, great game, highly
World
recommended.
yes, we'll ignore. What is our review process? Full price? Would you pay full price for this game?
Yes.
Wait, we
It's,
should say it this
Full
though.
price,
He
half price
did.
pass.
Scott did get a code, so
Review code,
he got a review code. So I mean, obviously, you have to take our review with a grain of
I
salt.
just mentioned them that M will be buying it on Switch.
Nice.
So
but
we will have a
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
digital
cool.
download for it. There's no physical copy. It's $15,
Yeah.
$14.99 on the
You mean
e-store.
we just have to be transparent,
Don't they do
Scott,
those?
that you were
Yes.
given. You didn't buy the game. We have to be
course.
transparent so our listeners know that you know.
Pie
It's
tomato.
not payola, you know.
God.
Yeah. So yeah, and then next week we will be at their
Headquarters.
development
Yeah.
studio. We will have 2 of their staff on the show. They will talk about the game. We'll talk about their history and everything. If you, the listeners, have any questions
Oh my God.
that you guys would like to ask developers of this game, if you played it, if you want to play it, if you're curious about the game, just go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Use our at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word.
No hyphen.
Yeah, just go there, leave a question, leave it in our DMs, leave it
Man.
on the page, whatever.
Train
And we will get your question in to those guys
Well trained.
to ask them.
And I'm gonna have so many questions for him.
No, it's going to be a crazy fun show,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So let's get beyond the B list, because I'm sure, man, we're all tired. We need to relax, have a cigarette.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I can go all night.
Ashley!
And then only 5 minutes later, I'm done. Hey.
Ooh.
Yes, that is her tag.
All right, I want to talk about some HD remasters. Boom, 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 boom. First, we're gonna go with me. So because I Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I bought the season pass. I get the Assassin's Creed 3 and Liberation HD remaster.
I was surprised. Liberation looked really good.
Yeah, it did. I watched you fight
Yeah.
a crocodile, I believe.
So anyway,
Alec Crocodile.
I didn't play. I played a little. I played like 2 seconds of Assassin's Creed 3, and I'm probably gonna keep playing it. But I've never played Assassin's Creed Liberation because it was on PS Vita. I didn't have a Vita. I'm excited I get to play it now. It's in HD. Oh my gosh, does the game look pretty legit for
Yeah.
a Vita HD remaster?
Yeah.
I was on Twitch, and my first thought was like, when did this new Assassin's Creed game come out?
Man, it looks better than most PS3 games.
Dang.
It's not like kind of hazy looking. It's really clear and crisp. Oh, so A, it looks really good. B, it has a great lead character. I think Aveline is super cool. And then that's the end of my positivity, because it's just like after playing the new open world Assassin's Creeds, going back to these old ones is just like pulling my hair out. It's like, oh my gosh, all the things I hate about Assassin's Creed. Oh my god, all the things that I just cannot stand.
I
All the
have
hate
to. I have to
feelings.
ask you, like
Let them
when I watched it, you were
flow.
fighting a Alecroc. I don't know which one it was.
Crocodile.
A crocodile. What the hell was going on there?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking
No,
about.
it looked like you kept on crawling on top of it, stabbing it, and then you stood up and walked off of it, and then you crawled back on top of it, or
Are
something.
you
like
sure
that.
you were
That's
watching
really
me play
weird.
Assassin's Creed or not a Conan?
That was Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I was watching you play it, and you were kind of wandering around the town and then looking for clues or something, and then every so
I don't
often
remember the
you'd
alligator.
annoy like a guard, and then before you knew it, 5 of them were on you.
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever you were playing, at least
I
that's
think
what
that
the title
I think,
said.
I think. Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I don't know about
Unless
that.
it
I don't
didn't
remember.
update or something like that. But it was really awkward and weird looking.
I don't remember fighting alligators in Assassin's Creed.
No?
I think you're thinking of Conan.
Okay,
But-
maybe the change didn't happen.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But no. So the one most annoying thing in the new, well, not new, it's old, but it's a new game. Assassin's Creed Liberation, they introduced this thing called personas, and you have your slave persona, you have your lady persona, and you have your assassin persona. And you can't choose which one you use for each mission.
Feel the disappointment.
oh
when
my
you
gosh,
first
and
saw your
It drove me
persona.
nuts. Anytime I was like, oh, I have to be a lady now, and I can't climb anything, and I have to sneak around, and it's like forcing me to do all these things that are just like, and that's bad enough. And I don't mind the persona thing as long as like each mission gave me a reason to use one in a different way. Like, oh hey, you could be the lady in this mission and you can find a way to sneak in. Sure. Or I can be an assassin, or I can do this, or I can do that. That I understand. But forcing me to use a persona per mission is just grates on me, drives me nuts. Scott is spilling everywhere, and he needs a napkin.
Continue.
Here's Scott.
Party foul.
But
Party foul, dude.
the
Party foul.
Thank you.
and then it's just that common shit of desynchronizing, man. It's just like I'm following a guy, and then there's a chest. I want to check out the chest. Oh, I went to the chest. I missed the guy desyncing, and it's like
Oops.
I'm so glad with the
Yay.
new Assassin's Creed, like
Yeah.
you don't desynchronize. The only time you desynchronize is if you die, really.
So what you're saying is you're like running along and then you're like squirrel.
Yeah. And then you can't
pretty
squirrel.
much. It's
They tease you with all these things, but you can't do any of it unless you're out of mission. And it's just, and you never, and in the Vita game, it's a little less clear on when you're out of mission for sure. But I really like Aveline as a character. I wish they would reapproach this era because it's kind of cool, and she's kind of attractive, guys.
Oh.
I didn't wank it.
Another,
I didn't wank it.
Yeah.
Another.
But she's pretty attractive.
He's not telling us.
But that's not going to happen, obviously, with a rumor that Vikings is going to happen but I hope Vikings happens too. Anyway, I really do like this game for the Assassin's Creed that it is, even forgiving its faults. The remaster is pretty impressive, the visuals. And
Real quick about the Vita port. So Gravity Rush was Vita exclusive,
yeah.
and then it was ported, but Gravity Rush was all about turning your Vita. Did this game have any like Vita
Specific?
Yeah, because
Not
Vita
that I
meant
can
to
tell.
be like a handheld console. Did
There's
Assassin's Creed
no-
have any like controller tilt?
No, there's no
craziness?
tilt.
I
or
hate that.
There's
Yeah.
nothing. It does seem like everything's really just like maximized. Like the story gets right to it. Like cutscenes are quick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's then there's no drawn out wasted time. It's like you can tell it's like, oh, this now go, this now go,
Yeah.
this is the story go, this is the story now go. Like it's like we're trying to maximize our space. But yeah, there's no like what do you call that?
The Vita
Motion,
exclusive
controller.
stuff. Yeah.
type
Thing.
stuff. Yeah, no. But speaking of HD remasters, Jared, pre-sequel.
Yeah. Pre-sequel. I'm playing it for the... I guess you could consider it the first time, because we played it at Aaron's split
Yeah,
screen
we
once,
did.
four player.
No, it's
It's
the.
full on.
It's
Oh,
the one that happened after Borderlands 2. It's the pre-sequel, so it takes place in between Borderlands 1
basically
and 2.
1.5, essentially.
Yeah,
Borderlands
yeah.
1.5.
So they
It's
should
a
have called it
sequel
that.
to 1
It
and a
is-
prequel to 2.
The
Yeah.
pre-sequel.
Okay.
But
Sorry, there's just someone in the room here so let's explain this, because I'm kind of confused. Why it's not a prequel, it's a pre-sequel.
We just explained it.
Yeah.
It's a
right in
sequel
the
to
middle.
1 and it's a prequel to 2.
Think of it as Borderlands 1.5.
Oh, so it's like 1.5.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Ah.
That's exactly what it is.
Or
So-
is Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, so I'm
No.
interested to see what happens. I mean,
Exactly.
No.
All the Kingdom Hearts.
you see the unfinished
kidding.
H in the sky from
Or
the
that one.
Hyperion space station on the Pandora moon, whatever that was
I like
called.
that mission.
You know
Yeah.
what the one
Oh,
thing I did like about the
Hyperion
game
one?
is how they end Catch a Ride.
Gotcha,
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
Oh, it was brilliant.
that
Yeah.
scene is that
That
whole
was
sequence
awesome. I
is
liked it.
brilliant.
But
I love that.
Was that was the end of 2?
No,
what
that
are
was
you
end
talking
of
about?
1.5.
Isn't that pre-sequel?
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember
I
that
don't-
part.
I remember here. Maybe
you're
it was in a
going-
trailer or something like that, but I don't.
Isn't it pre-sequel?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Because they're going to the moon.
Yeah, they're going
space.
They're going back to the moon because
Maybe Jared's not there yet. I'm sorry, Jared.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
No,
Well, I don't really care for the game. I think the level design is kind of blah, but that sequence I really dug.
I'm having a lot of fun with this so far,
You,
but
you'll like it. It's really good regardless
at
of what
the
we
beginning, because you're on the moon, that is around Pandora. Pandora's in Borderlands 1 and 2.
Oh,
That's
you know
the
what I'm
planet
thinking?
You're on.
Guys, I'm wrong.
Yes.
That's
you are.
That's Tales of Borderlands.
Oh
say.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
I played that.
Sorry.
I played
On,
Sorry,
on a side note,
sorry.
everybody should
Happened.
play Telltale's Tales
Again,
from
play the
Borderlands.
Telltale
Pre-sequel is
ones.
forgettable. Tales of Borderlands is a must-play.
Where does that take place? Is that
Absolutely.
That's after Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.5?
But
2.5.
Pretty much.
I'm playing as the Baroness, and
That's an awesome character. I like that one.
She's like a DLC character that was, after all the stuff. But Handsome Collection comes with every little piece of DLC.
Yeah.
And she's like super wealthy and always talks about how she owns planets, and you're way below her, and she makes fun of Mad Moxie's breasts and all kinds. She has all kinds of funny
as well.
quips.
It's kind of funny.
It's like, I don't know. I guess I could compare it to like playing through Bulletstorm with Duke Nukem. It's just the crazy commentary, pretty much from a character. So the Baroness really switches it up. And
he
it's
made me
funny
watch a clip.
character.
It was pretty funny about her boobs. Moxie's
Yeah.
interaction with her boobs. It was pretty
Hilarious.
hilarious.
Yes. I remember playing as a Baroness for a while. They make fun. It's like a more epic badass version of Elsa from Frozen, because they make fun of that too. Because like some parts where you kill like a badass, like, oh, just let it go, darling.
Yeah.
It's like it's totally.
And her melee attack is a bitch slap.
It's hilarious to watch
So
that.
it's funny,
And it
yeah.
kills them too with one hit. It's
So
hilarious.
if you're watching this today on the 8th, Monday night stream, the Borderlands Handsome Collection's on sale probably everywhere for about $15. I bought it on PSN for $15, and for Borderlands 2, I would pay $15.
All right.
And this also includes the pre-sequel, so jump in.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Indie Dave, he didn't like indie games, but now he plays them with no shame because he is Indie Dave.
Wow,
Surviving
it.
Mars and Last Day of June. Tell us about it, Dave.
Wow.
Well, let's get
Those
to the
idiots
first
they
point.
get.
If you can buy a game on disc, it's not an indie game.
It's an indie developer. You go to Wikipedia. They are an indie
limited
developer.
I don't
It's a
care.
limited run. It's an
It
indie
might be a
developer.
limited run, but
It's
if
an
you can
indie
buy it
game.
on disc, I'm
Sorry,
not going to.
They are an indie developer.
No,
If
no,
they start
no,
off as digital, then
No.
go disc, it's different.
no.
No?
Anyway, Surviving Mars, SimCity in space, set up your Martian colony, and hopefully it thrives, and you can. I haven't got that far into it yet,
I
but
didn't realize you could get it on disc. That has to be super limited.
I've never heard or
it's
seen this.
really awesome. And
This is new to me.
and the reason I found it is my parents were in town, so we went to the mall, and when they're around the mall, I'm like, oh, I'll have a look in GameStop, see what's available. Or not see what, just look at games, because that's one of the nice things about going to a physical store is they're all on the shelf. You can kind of say, oh, that looks interesting. So I saw Surviving Mars. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's any good. So when I got home, I had a look, and the reviews were like 75%. I'm like, oh, I'll give that a try, because that's the kind of game where if you really like it, you might like it. And so I'm looking around, and it was $20 at GameStop for the brand new used copy. So when I got home, I looked on eBay, and it popped up on my phone. It's like $3 off eBay if you use this code. And so it was like $17 on eBay, but ended up
Not
costing
bad.
me $14.
deal.
Yeah, why
That's
not?
a pretty good deal.
And I'm like, I don't need, my parents are in town for another week, so I don't need it tomorrow because I'm not going to have time to play it. So I bought it, I've played it. I'm currently working my way through the tutorials, but I really like it.
We were comparing the music to Interstellar. It just has this
Yeah,
very pleasant,
It
kind of
ha-
atmospheric.
it has really good music.
Mhm.
I remember because I was playing it on my headset, and I was just really enjoying the music.
Yeah,
Cool.
space simulator games. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got to have something that you can.
So we'll
listen
see.
to for a
We'll see
while.
whether it keeps my interest for like
So-
10 or 20 hours. But
Last Day of June, then. What's that? What's that about? That
Uh,
is an indie game.
I've thought of buying that one.
the reason I bought that game is not is
Because I was pressured. I had a gun to my head. I was like, I don't like indie games. You fucking gonna buy indie games, motherfucker.
no, because they asked Steve Wilson, who's one of my favorite artists, who was with Porcupine Tree, could they use
Oh.
his music on the game, and so
Oh, fun. Yeah. Awesome.
basically it's
How much do you not like this game?
I played as far as I can tell, I'm not sure how many exact levels there are, but it's about this guy coping with loss, and it tells the story about from a multiple perspectives, and I really quite enjoy it.
Cool.
And the graphical style's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks really interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'll stream it one of these days when I'm
Please.
next time I'm playing it.
Yeah. And that was Indie Dave. 5? All right.
Oh man. Anyway, it's not in my book. It's not in
Your
the
segment's over,
on the
Dave.
disc.
Dave's ready to play
segment's
some
over.
Towerfall with us.
Yeah.
I believe you can get Towerfall Ascension on disc now. You can get Messenger on disc now. There's a lot of indie games you can get on
Sweet.
disc. Does that make
Yeah.
them not indie games anymore?
Yep. Because it
limited
requires-
run.
Even if it's limited
think
run,
this
it requires some cash to actually
Saves us a lot.
publish.
True.
All right. Well, I mean, anyway. Let's talk about PlayStation Plus games. Conan and Exiles and The Surge. Who's played those?
Nope.
Nope.
I played
Steam
the
streamed my 15
Surge.
minutes.
We played
yeah.
Surge. We all played Surge.
Yeah,
What is the Surge?
No.
So Surge is a knockoff Soulsborne game, but it takes like
I
Dark
haven't played
Souls or
Soul- I
Bloodborne.
haven't played any of those.
So
So,
these
No.
super hard games where you have to learn combat. This is a knockoff.
So
It's a
the
mechs.
the interesting
Huh.
part of this one is that instead of just swatting at the enemy and killing them and walking on, you actually target specific body parts. If
Yes.
they have a piece
Shoot
of
the head.
armor or a weapon that you want, you work on that piece, and if you do your power move, you'll knock that piece off and
I only
collect
have
it.
one question. Can you hit him in the nuts?
No.
Oh.
Legs, arms, head, body.
Yeah.
But you can
Sorry, Dave.
decapitate
But you can decapitate. You can
So you
de-arm them.
can't be like super cheap shot.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
robots.
I want to talk about this game really quick.
You don't have
I
to-
played the I played
didn't
the
get
demo.
robots part.
I played the demo or the trial, however long ago when that game was way before it was released, and I did not like it. I was like, move on. These are not my type of games. Finally, for some reason, I was like, oh, fuck it, it's free. I'll play it. I'll try it. And once I figured out the combat system of the game, I think I've put like 4 hours into it now. I have full body gear. I have all my weapons that I have are at level 5. I've just been running around in the same area, just grinding. And
Yeah, 'cause everything respawns.
everything
So-
responds. And I've just been playing and like having a good time and mastering my combat technique and everything. And I've been playing and playing, and and I texted like, oh, I think I'm really digging this. I think I'm really gonna dig this. Realized this. Met my first boss.
Kicked your butt.
So
Dead.
is
I was like,
that when the
"Meh."
security doors are all locked and you will go back to this one area and there's like a big giant mech,
Yes.
a two-legged mech?
Yes. And I
couldn't even get around him. Like
you can't. You have to kill him, and you just die. So you have to leave your stuff with him. And I don't know what level power core is your level of interest, and I'm like at power core like level like 27 or something,
Jeez.
28. I'm
I
high.
made him at like
Oh,
6 or
grinding.
something.
Like it's easy to kill a dude for me, but this boss, I don't know what to do on the boss.
Sounds like Ninja
so
Gaiden.
so I feel like I need
yeah,
to
you gotta
like
figure it out.
I need to YouTube it or something and like figure out what I am digging it. It is interesting to me because I'm interested in Sekiro.
I'm
oh
really
my
interested
god,
in
I'm
that.
really interested.
But I've never been
I'm
into these. I
curious.
didn't like Bloodborne. I didn't really care for Demon Souls.
Bloodborne's so
I haven't
good.
played Dark Souls games.
Has anyone complained about Shakiro? I think every
Well, some
single
people
person
have. I've seen people
plays
complain
it,
about it.
walks
Everybody
away, and then
wants
comes
it
back to
have
it.
an easy
Are you
mode.
kidding?
Yeah.
It opened the whole conversation about this game is in easy mode, so I can experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's people
What?
complaining. There's clearly people complaining about it.
Well,
Yeah,
they're not
they're
true gamers.
people who haven't played games like in the 80s or 90s.
But all I'm
Right.
saying is
Yeah.
like, if I can like one of these games, maybe I can like Sekiro. And so that's why I gave Surge a chance. And it's like, at first I was like, and then I was like, I kind of learned the mechanics and the dodging and the
Yep.
guarding, and I kind of got into it. And I'm like, grinded. I'm super high level, but the boss. So I think if I can defeat this boss, maybe there's a future for me.
you got this.
Maybe there's a
Sekiro's
fe-
next. Yeah.
Maybe there's a future for me in these games.
Yeah, you'll figure out the mechanics and you'll. be
So
good.
I'm interested. Jared's played a decent amount. Scott's played a couple hours.
Yeah,
an
I
hour.
enjoyed it.
An hour.
Yeah. No, if you just grind in the first area, you get quite a bit of trophies.
Yeah, you can
so.
fight bugs
Yeah.
for like nothing.
No,
Just
there's
whack
the
'em
dudes and stuff.
The
But
yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I think you guys should
Drones.
try it. It is difficult, but it's a different kind of difficult that becomes easy after a point. And then the other PS Plus game is Conan, which I've streamed. First of all, I've talked about this game lots of times because I played it on PC.
Wheel
I've
of
modded
Pain.
it. I love it. It's awesome. I didn't realize how much I would dig it. Just being able to sit on my couch and playing it is like a whole different level of
Well,
like,
you see the
more
screen. It's so
cozier
tiny.
well,
tiny.
I can't read the text on the screen. It's so minuscule.
Oh, I'm
So
really. Have you
when-
not seen how close my couch is
Oh,
to
okay.
the TV?
have you not been over to his
Couch co-op.
house, Scott?
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, but I love this game, and it's flawed to a degree. It's has some issues, but I love it.
You'll
I
see in my
love it.
stream how a mountain just disappears into the sand, and my roommate and I talk about how quicksand was like embedded in our brains as a child, how quicksand would be a threat.
Are you the only one that's played? No one else has played it.
No.
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 I think you guys would dig it. Scott, what do you think of the game?
It's very cruel at the very beginning. Like, you are ganged up, bludgeoned at the very beginning. You're walking around just gathering stuff. My stream explains my exact feelings on it, where you got to spend some time with it. Like, the very beginning is very
I think it would be.
unforgiving. It
I
just
think. I think it would be
takes-
awesome if we did one night where we could all stream together. Because we could all play this
we could all
together.
play
we could
Conan
all
together.
play.
Yeah.
We could do a co-op night where we all play together. We jump on at the same time. We all start a new character at the same time, and
We
we
could
just
all make a big boobied.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, you can. But here's the weird. That's the weird thing though. The game lets you have a dick.
Yeah.
You don't get a dick slider. That's the one thing
Huh?
So the PC game, you can have a dick slider, so it allows you to adjust the size of your dick.
Oh boy.
The way they remedied this in the game is like everyone just has the same size dick.
Ah,
Ah.
What?
but do they still have a boob?
Don't worry,
slide?
Jared's
Yeah, the
driving
boob
tonight.
boob slider's still there,
Well,
but you can't be bottomless.
bigger
So
than
a
mine.
woman's nether regions are far more greater, and have to be protected from people's eyesight than boobs and a dick. And that's allowed on the PlayStation 4. Now, official
So
server.
does the game get better, or does it just
It doesn't matter.
less forgiving on, like,
The bigger it is,
So I don't
the
know,
harder it
what do
is.
you-
eaten by
have you
turtles
played?
and wolves?
What have you
and,
What have you played on? So have you?
PS4.
So no. Have you played actual online? Or you
Oh, I
only
play
playing
single
solo?
player.
Okay, so I played online.
Nobody wants you to join their
He's a
game.
eunuch.
No, it's no. It's really interesting.
game.
So
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
if you play online, it has a PvP, a PvE with some PvP, or just a play PvE player versus environment. So you get to check one of those. Oh, I have played 5 minutes.
Thank
Bill,
you,
thanks, Bill.
Supra Sick
Bill,
One.
that's Bill the Bard. Super sick.
Bill.
He likes this really
Wow.
dated car called the Supra.
I also
They used to
bet-
make them way back in the day. Now this day and age, BMW makes the car and they call it a Supra, but it's still just a BMW.
Yeah, it's just a BMW.
Anyway,
Next game.
no. This is very important.
Nobody else plays Conan.
No, Bill just
I
started
want
playing
to.
it. He just started playing it.
5 minutes.
Because he just started playing. What I'm trying to say
That was
is,
probably enough
I don't
to
know what
get
I meant.
Ian
Anyway,
off.
Conan's awesome.
Okay.
Play it. Scott doesn't want to talk about it anymore. He doesn't want to play
Well,
it.
I was watching Ian play Conan for a little while, and I swear I don't know what he was doing, but half the time it was side profiles of his giant boobed girl that he has on the screen. I'm like, dude, just play the game. Stop staring at her boobs.
I think my comment
jeez.
was no heels? Question mark.
I only answer important. I don't know. Here's the problem with Conan.
Oh,
They got heels back in
No,
the
here's the
day.
problem with Conan. When you get to a certain point,
it's
it's like
probably a reason
trying
you
to-
couldn't use the controller.
Probably.
All
Tony,
right.
that's the answer to
Tony
your
did.
question.
Hard time walking.
Tony Death.
Is it
Tony
Avatar?
Death. Tony Death play Conan. You will know all answers. All right.
Yeah, your question should have
Uh,
been when did
yes.
you last?
Scott and Dave, same time. Path of Exiles, LA Noire. Go.
I played LA Noire on the PS3, and I bought the marijuana DLC. It was great.
No. He played LA Noire,
Oh,
and he played Path of Exiles.
Yeah, I've
Go.
Diablo 2 clone, not that great. I
LA
spent most of the
Noire.
time running.
LA Noir.
Okay.
All
all right.
Look
Good.
around.
You guys really liked
plenty of
it. Let's talk about difficulty in video games. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Dave.
Holy moly! I will worship you as a god if you ever finish that game in the difficulty
Jesus.
mode you've got it on, because I am on regular, one step above easy, and some of these missions are brutal. And
I would like you to go back to the helicopter mission, the hunted mission, and just put it on veteran and experience what I had to go through to get through that mission.
That does not
just to
sound
try,
fun.
just to
So,
try it.
If I remember right, just to put this in context, Dave beat Wolfenstein on the hardest difficulty.
Dang.
What?
yes,
The
I
first
beat,
one.
I beat the first remastered. No, not remastered.
No,
yeah, the
Wolfenstein
newer
reboot,
versions.
yeah.
Yeah, and those games are freaking hard as bricks. Those things are
Well,
crazy.
I was
was-
gonna say
That was
sounds
more
hard.
like learning your way through the level.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare is cheap.
Oh
it is
yeah,
super cheap.
Yeah, that's what gets
And
me
they
about
always
it.
know where you are.
Yeah, and I mean, But also, not only do they know where you are, they've got like bullet spraying enemies.
Oh God.
Yeah, they just like puke bullets everywhere.
Yeah, you don't see them until they've shot you.
It's always fun too when you just pop your head out and it goes pop pop pop, and you're just like, oh, that's the end of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know Dave. I was watching Dave's stream of him in the ghillied suit mission where I'm stuck right now, and I watched him complete it, and I was like, yeah, definitely on normal, because that's not what I went through
Yes.
or have been going through.
And even then, I was dying and restarting. I mean, it's not an easy game on regular.
It looks great. The game, first of all,
Yeah.
the game is great. It looks
looks great.
awesome.
The
Plays well.
CPU players are a little
Cheap.
dated.
They're just cheap.
So you're saying they could
just
redo
just
them
the
a bit?
people on your team. There's like there's bits where it's like, okay, come on, guys, or. But
we need to talk. So Infamous Tomato, he's watching us, and we should probably acknowledge it. First of all, Infamous, on Monday nights, when are you going to come hang out with us? I mean, you're a Twitch streamer with
Yeah,
like what 900 viewers.
we
need
gotta get
some
him
of
back on.
We need some of your followers on us, man.
Yeah.
You need your followers to
Drop-
hit us up.
drop us a line. You know.
892.
We'll
But
always- we'll
yeah,
always-
almost 900.
Yeah, it'd be
Long
nice to have him on so we can talk about
Long time
There's
no
Twitch
Twitch
streaming.
streams.
Yeah, he's probably the
see-
most popular Twitch streamer I know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he has quite a few followers.
But he asked us about Diablo 3. He's really big into Diablo 3.
Just play
into
Path of Exile.
PC.
It's the same thing.
Man.
No. He's really big into the fact that the season is rolled over into the next whatever it's called. You know, none of us. I don't know. The only like hardcore Diablo 3 fan in the room is not at the table.
Well, yeah, my wife and I played it quite a bit, and
And your wife more
we
than
enjoyed
you.
it. And once we beat it, we played it.
She
some
played it more. She played it
And
more
then
than
it
you.
was kind of like, at some point, there's
Why do
no
it?
more story. You're just kind of leveling
It's just
up.
grindy. Yeah.
But better weapons, better gear.
Yes.
More.
Yeah,
loot,
but
loot,
you-
loot.
More.
Finding the
Destiny
same
2.
people, I don't know.
Destiny, yeah. Sorry, Tomato. We're not on that page. We're not on that wavelength, man.
And he
Yeah.
did. I wonder if he plays it on PC because I never. see him.
He does play it on PC.
Okay, yeah. So
Wow.
we won't be able to play with him anyway.
I have seen him on PS4 playing something recently, but I'm not quite sure what
Smite.
Oh, Smite. Play 5 minutes.
Smite.
Pass.
Yeah.
it was. All right. And then the next section is games we play but not going to talk about anymore. Skyrim, Apex Legends, Gran Turismo Sport, Anthem, Kingdom Hearts 3, Mega Man 11, Rayman Legends. Until you complete or beat those games, we really just don't give a shit about those games anymore. I'm sorry, guys. We've been talking about those games for how many weeks now?
Yeah.
Years.
you can do it. Aaron.
I
You
understand.
got
I
this.
understand, Aaron. But until you beat them,
You mean
Don't
I
care.
don't get a pass because I haven't been on the show for the last couple of weeks?
no.
Props
It's
to the
just-
music levels on Rayman. Let's
it's-
continue.
It's
Ape
just. Come on, guys.
So repeat that list just in case before I step on your toes.
Wow.
Yeah.
repeat that list.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
Anthem, obviously, but
Well, I beat. Yeah, okay, you beat it. Oh, I didn't put it in
no,
your.
I haven't beat it.
Oh, you didn't
Oh,
beat
okay.
it. Oh, so you haven't beat it yet. You have to beat the games. You can talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Once you beat
Alright.
when on this list,
Well,
once you beat it.
read me the list or show me the list.
Oh, it was Skyrim, Apex Legends, Gran Turismo Sport, Anthem, Kingdom Hearts 3, Mega Man 11, Rayman Legends. It's just it's
That
a
was it.
collection. It's a collection of games that we have all talked about so many
Many
times, and it's just like, okay, we get it. It's a great game. It's
I've
fun.
never played Apex Legends.
No, I
so
know,
do I
but-
get to
but
talk
I-
to it if I play it? Talk about it if I
Yeah,
play it.
if our listeners
Alright,
want
alright.
more information about
if
us
they
playing
more,
those,
if they really
just
want,
let us know.
If you really have a dying need,
Stream it, you'll get
you're
1,000
never,
followers.
You're never gonna play it, Dave. You're never
It's on
gonna
my
play
home
it.
screen. I've
You're
never
never gonna
booted
play it.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's-
you're ever gonna play
He
it.
really should. It's pretty fun.
But you know what? I will give Aaron a minute for Apex Legends because he told a cool story about how he was playing really well.
Oh yeah.
Apex Minute.
So here's what happened. I'm playing after a long time of not playing because I was playing other things like Final Fantasy. Hey, turn the time up. Snooze. So anyway, what happened is I after a while of not playing, I jump back in. I make it all the way to the top 5. That was something I've never done before. And then all of a sudden, I'm about to pluck off one of the top other guys. He had like 200 kills. All of a sudden, he launches a freaking mortar strike against our entire team, and I'm about to die. I get my little
Healer.
health pack in,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, he comes up behind me. Pop! I'm like, oh, come on.
Is that your highest win?
the highest I've ever done in
Yeah, well
any
done.
of those
Better
games,
than me.
actually.
Nice.
Nice.
Keep it up. Maybe you'll win one day.
Someday.
son.
I know.
It took
I
a
need
long time for my first kill.
Yeah, it took me, it took a long time for my
It's
first
long
win.
time.
Take me forever to get to even. I almost killed the
Well,
guy.
we got a lot of people watching us. Super sick haters gonna hate the fact that the Supra is a BMW now. That's not. What's the hate there? That's just a fact. That's not a hate. That's just a fact. What's the other one?
I don't
you
get the
might not
hate.
wanna
Don't read it.
that
So
one. That's
confused.
Move on.
Just
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
The
envision that
delicate-
one in your
Alright.
mind.
Why
It's
did
all
you
good.
point that at me?
He's
We're not. We. Okay. Couch co-optionals. Let's go around the table.
All
Things you want to
God.
review. Hey, yeah. Let's get out of here. Jared, what have you? Something. Go to the order.
Don't go to me first.
Okay,
I'm
Dave.
looking it up right
What-
now.
What have you been watching on Netflix?
Yeah, Formula One Drive to Survive. If you liked Senna on the documentary about Ayrton Senna, you'll really enjoy it. It's not very long. There are like 25 half an hour episodes, and they go really well. And they do a good job of like having tension between the Formula One racing teams and all the rest of it. Then I watched 1983, which is a Polish.
Is that a pre-sequel to
drama.
1984?
No. That was pretty good. Finished Travelers, which is a series I've been watching a long time on Netflix. Time travel, all the rest of it. That was pretty good. What else have I watched recently?
All the things Dave's been watching.
all the things.
Yeah, you got to do something while you're in your cave.
That's true.
Did you? Okay, I already. This is not my. But did you watch the latest episode of Grand Tour yet?
Yes, I did watch the last one
Super
where
good.
they. Yeah, I think those are the best episodes where they're unscripted and they just put them up against adversity.
This is pretty a crazy one, actually. too.
Yeah, I know you could tell because like Jeremy Clarkson's face just like looks like all
for
the
real,
moisture
we have to do this.
sucked
Oh,
out
boy.
of him. But anyway,
What do you got? What do you got, Scott?
I went to the Grand Pooh Bear Red Bull sponsored event about speedrunning at
Oh, you
Ground
did.
Control.
You
Ground
did.
Control sponsored this event.
That's great.
It was
Nice.
the first one was Super Metroid. 100% every single energy tank, missile tank, bomb tank item in 45 minutes. Amazing play.
so let's just relate this back to the question we had earlier about feeling like you wasted your time playing video
Oh my God.
games. Sometimes I feel
think that it's just one game. Like this person
yeah.
probably hits the reset button if they miss a jump. They probably
Yeah.
hit the reset button if they
How
take
many-
more than 10 seconds to beat a boss.
Dude, I'm like
That's
that
too
on.
much.
what-
It's
I
sick.
mean,
It's like
Yeah,
sick
how
quality.
many
It's
hours they must have spent
sad.
to get that to the
on
point.
one game.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
exactly.
Oh, that's
The next
too
play
much time.
was Legend of Zelda or Zelda 3 Link
Well,
to the Past.
The upshot is don't feel so guilty for playing multiple games and spending a lot
my
of time.
God.
well,
playing
no
Yeah,
one,
variety.
and I mean, this is similar to my Gran Turismo Sport thing when I'm trying to do a challenge and like I make a wrong turn. It's like if it's like 10 seconds in,
Reset.
and
Yeah.
I just instantly restart, and if I get to the end and my time is lower than Bill Shipley's super sick one, Bill the
Yeah.
Bard, instantly restart.
Yeah.
because I got to beat him.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's tenths of a second, a full second, or like most times like
Have
full
you
like
managed
10
to
seconds.
wipe him out yet?
Oh, I've all my times wipe him out. He's not very good.
But I love the
Is that why he
competition,
drives
right?
the Supra?
I mean BMW. Anyway,
Nah.
go-
So yeah, the Zelda one he actually messed up.
What?
He
Whoa.
did Zelda 3 without using a sword. So what that does, there's no overworld characters because you haven't saved Zelda. You don't have to fight any overworld enemies. It's still raining everywhere in the whole game.
Oh, interesting.
But he glitched a wall wrong, so he had to save Zelda, and that like destroyed his time. So he didn't get any record. The third one was the host of the event, Grand Pooh Bear, who played like masochistic levels of Super Mario World, where it was like buzzsaw, grab a turtle shell, do a spin jump, knock on a Yoshi, jump, get a mushroom. Like it just like it's just disgusting levels of
Yeah,
of
speedrun
difficulty.
Mario stuff's crazy.
I have a question.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
is
it.
it?
This is
Uh,
pre-Mario Maker. This isn't Mario
Yeah.
Maker official. This is like some hacked game that just like twists and turns everything that makes it. There's not even a part where you can like step down on the ground. Like 100% spin jumping from spike to spike to spike.
I think I've seen this.
no
That was
thanks.
insane.
I
Yeah,
have
we
a-
watched him fight Bowser for like half an hour.
Seen
so
something
explain
like that
something to
anyway.
me. So is it No Sword Zelda 3?
Correct.
So Zelda 3?
Zelda 3, Link to the Past.
Oh, Link to the Past.
He
And there's a
basically would-
run with
would-
no sword.
He would
Yeah.
physically
So my
worm
opinion
his way
was
into a wall. to,
Zelda
like-
doesn't have a sword anyway.
Oh my god.
Am I right, guys? Am I right? That's a long way to go for that joke. All right, sorry, Scott. Go
So
ahead.
in that, I saw both Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp in a single sitting,
And
and then Shazam at the theater.
Shazam's better.
Shazam?
I bet
Yeah.
Shazam's better.
I dedicated my entire Sunday to superheroes. So it was like Ant-Man was like a Paul Rudd movie with superheroes thrown
I
in.
loved that movie. It's
Ant-Man and the
good.
Wasp was a superhero movie with Paul Rudd thrown in.
Huh.
And Shazam was just like, we don't care about Aquaman or Superman or Batman. We're going to make fun of it. We're in a world where everybody knows there's superheroes. A bullet that hits Superman is worth $600. It's great. It doesn't take itself seriously. I'm not a DC fan, but I like this.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I
Yeah.
need to see that movie. It looks great.
Recommended for just like it's comedy.
But where are the Ant-Mans in your list of the Marvel MCU? For me, they're at the very bottom.
If Luis is in it, Luis telling the story of, oh God, yeah, I was cracking up. I'm gonna say like top 5.
Oh, really?
Oh, Edgar
Wow.
Wright was part of it.
Yeah,
Edgar
he was
Wright also
great.
did Scott
He
Pilgrim
was,
versus the
but then he
World.
got kicked out.
He got kicked out, and then he replaced with Patton, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
man.
I just had a good time with it.
That's cool.
and, Like
The first one's really funny. I feel like the
First
second
one
I
was-
one.
like the
like,
first.
I
that's
feel
why
like
I
the
say
second
the
one's
first
really
one's-
throwaway.
background story. I'm actually gonna try to watch every Marvel that I skipped on
Oh, really?
before Endgame.
What do you have
which,
left?
Civil War.
I didn't even watch that.
Homecoming.
Oh, Homecoming's
and,
good.
Love that movie, great
maybe
movie.
like 1 or 2 of the Hulks. Like I'm not that far
Oh,
behind.
the Hulks don't. There's only one Hulk.
No, there's 2. There's
There's
Eric
2.
Bana and then there's Edward Norton.
No, the Eric Bana one's not part of MCU.
Oh my God.
It wasn't. I
Comic
thought it was.
discussion. Anyway, I'm catching up on Marvel's.
Thor
Marvel.
Ragnarok? Rock? You haven't
That
seen
was a-
I've
Thor?
seen Red Rock. I haven't
That's
seen
good.
Dark, whatever.
Dark World.
All right.
Everybody says the same thing. So
All right, Aaron, what do you got?
All right, I've been listening to this podcast. It's been kind of helping me.
Couch
get out-
Co-op? It's awesome, I hear.
No. Yes, but no. The one I've listened to, it's called Listen Money Matters. It actually helps you balance your budget and stuff like that. It's a financial one.
I've heard of it.
They're pretty good,
Whoa.
actually. I love.
Aaron,
Aaron's grown up power.
Aaron clearly is a wild card because we have have nothing but fun, and now he's being extremely fiscally responsible.
Be responsible with your
What?
money, everybody.
Fiscally
So
responsible.
here's the
Hey,
thing.
more
is
money for video games.
Go for it, Aaron.
They
Go for
actually-
it. Go for it, Aaron. Sorry.
Dave actually hit the nail on
I'm
the
just
head. a
I'm
little
just
bit.
saying kudos to you, my friend.
I'm just trying to get out of our debt. But no,
Yes.
it's also like the way I see it. Also, the more we get out of debt, the more we can use that money that we save into more fun things like
Yes, yes, yes.
vacations or money, video games or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that's my thing. Listen, money matters.
Money
Finally.
matters. Cool.
Listen, money matters.
Awesome. Cheers. Thank you. Congratulations for being fiscally responsible.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Doing my
Jared,
best
keep it
anyway.
up.
What do you got?
So it's a video I saved a long time ago. Just like, I might watch this later. But it's called No Man's Squadron, and it was put
Sounds
together by
funny,
a YouTube channel called Free Dad Videos, and it was filmed entirely in No Man's Sky. It's this guy that recorded his daughter, and also Greg Miller from Kind of Funny Games is in it. And a
I've
guy
seen the
named
trailer for it.
Austin Creed is in it. I don't know anything about him, but
He's a wrestler
Okay, so yeah,
or
those-
UFC, one of the two.
those 3 characters are in it doing a little scripted short film. It's
They
about
sit
10
in
minutes long.
the cockpit.
Yeah, and it's
Oh my
it's,
God,
it's
that
great.
sounds
Oh,
fun.
so they're driving across the planet in like.
No, they're flying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So again, it's No Man's Squadron by Free Dad.
Great
Videos.
choice, Jared. Great.
That
That's
is
fun.
awesome.
Well,
That's awesome.
everybody's on No Man. Well, at least I am on No Man's Sky hype train right now.
Dude,
so
Hype Train VR coming, dude.
Yeah, let's go.
Multiplayer
Let's go.
VR train. What do you think the third?
Those guys.
What do
they-
you think
they
the
just-
third?
I need to
get
get
back
back
into
into
that
that
game.
What do you
No,
think the third
Seriously.
tier is gonna be?
I have no idea. Those guys keep surprising me.
The
and
third
I'm
tier, it's
excited
gotta be
for
like
whatever it
I
is.
don't know. It's gotta be something crazy.
It's probably gonna be VR.
No, they
Yeah.
have VR. It's like the
Oh,
first one
it's
is
already there?
MMO. Second one's VR. They have a third tier they haven't announced yet.
I'm excited.
Oh.
Whatever it
All
is,
I
I
have
want
to
to
say
I
play.
is-
missed that.
How whatever business model or whatever it is that allows
They were
these
indie
guys
technically.
to keep on making
Yeah.
like content is
I think that game sold way better than, even though it got dogged at the
Yeah,
end, it
true.
sold so well.
Oh yeah.
So
it totally
I
did.
listened to the.
but by the same token it's like it's the best supported game I can think
Well,
of.
there's Rocket League.
For Warframe.
Rocket League's
I
another good one.
listened to
I
the
get support like in
GDC
business.
talk with Sean Murray, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a really interesting one to listen to. So I'd recommend that as well on that train. Let's
Okay.
go.
All right. My Couch Co-optional. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic volume 3. It's the volume that was published by Image Comics, written by Gary Carlson and drawn by Frank Fosco. Many of you probably don't care because doesn't include the original creators. The covers were drawn by Eric Larson of Savage Dragon fame. The reason I'm co-optional in this, the production of the comic ceased in 1993 at 23 issues, but it and for 2 decades it's been in just hibernation. And IDW picked up the publication, and they're complete. First of all, they're reprinting it all in color, so the interiors are always black and white. They're reproducing it in color, and then they're completing the storyline with a 3-arc story. So they got back the original creators. They're going to finish it with 3.
Roughly how many?
So that's 23. That's 26 issues.
So they've only got 3 more to.
Yeah. So there was
to finish
23
it.
produced between 1996 and
That
1999,
sucks.
and then it got canceled. And then it was originally part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle continuity, but then when they wanted to restart the Volume 4, Peter Laird, who took over, one of the original creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he said, I don't want to deal with that continuity, and so they erased that whole volume out of continuity. So it's not part. But in my opinion, it is the best line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway, so IDW picked it up. They republished it all in color, and then they're going to complete the series with a 3-story arc by the original creators to finish out the arc. And this month, if you have previews or if you go to your comic shop and pre-order it, you can get the whole thing collected in a hardcover. It's on sale now. You won't get it for a few months though, but I have a whole collection of the series, but it never ended. So I'm really excited because I really love this comic series. I think there's just some really cool and innovative things. They killed Donatello. Raphael becomes Shredder. Spoilers, but it's like 20,000
awesome.
years.
You meant to say spoiler before you spoil
It's
it?
some really cool shit.
I spoiled myself.
It's some really cool shit. I mean, it's some of the most groundbreaking and innovative. Like you. Sometimes comics have like a thing of just being the same thing and repeating. Very rarely do they take characters to an extreme, and it's super cool when that shit happens. And that it's like Ninja Turtles was really dated and tired, and this series really pushed it, and I really enjoy it. So it's Ninja Turtles Volume 3. If you can find it, good luck. Original copies, I'm sure, are worth money now. I have a whole collection of that.
Nice.
But
Nice.
I'm buying the collected issue. Anyway,
I have one more couch co-optional before we finish. So,
Dave's back.
and so we had a bottle of
God.
whiskey here on the
Good
show.
stuff, by the way.
Double Mountain hopped whiskey.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Ian's just gonna have to try a little bit, maybe, because
It's pretty
Holy Grail.
tasty.
let's.
Same
What's
bottle,
good? What's good
Sunfire.
about it, Dave?
It smells like hop and tastes like pot.
Yeah.
Smells like hop and tastes like pot.
Pop is what he said.
Pop. I think he said pot.
What does
No, I
pop
did
taste
say
like?
pot.
He said say
You
pot.
don't want to know.
But anyway,
If you have to ask, you don't want to know.
so let's just go around the table. Thumbs down, thumbs medium, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I want a bot.
Jared's a mediocre.
Yeah, it's mediocre.
Yep.
It's a little too much of the oak. Well, it's not even really aged.
I
It's
think
like,
part of
I
it
swear
might be
they
it's a
poured it
corn
over
whiskey.
some wet oak or something like that and called it good.
I can't drink like I used to could.
I think it's a corn whiskey, which is part
That's
of
fair.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty good.
it. 3
I liked
thumbs
it.
up. So if you see it, it's not very expensive. It was $20
Have
or
at it.
something for a bottle. So
Yeah, but I'm
Worth a try.
not a big whiskey fan, so that's my
right.
unadulterated
couch
opinion.
co-op drink review.
Let's get out of here. Let's another shout out. RockhartClothing.com. RockHartClothing.com. RockHart Clothing.com. You can save 15% if you use our promo code CouchCoop. All one word, no hyphen. Support
talk
our
about the
friends. Get cool
stickers?
gear. Yeah. We have
We got
stickers.
stickers.
I don't know
Yes,
what's good.
that's the shout out.
Oh, we have stickers. We got stickers. Sean
We got
Scott wants to.
stickers.
We have stickers. I don't know what that's gonna do for you listeners.
But
No.
if you're in the
if you
Portland
want to
area,
get
If
your
you're
brand out,
interested.
I highly recommend Sticker Ninja.
Sticker Ninja.
PDX.
Is that
He had a
Sticker
really-
Ninja? Wait. StickerNinjaPDX.com.
It's Sticker Ninja and Sticker Ninja PDX on Instagram.
Instaface,
but
yes.
he has sales all the time. Good friend of mine.
So there's no website, just
This is-
stickerninja.com or Sticker Ninja. Google it.
Yeah, just stickerninja.com, I think.
You think?
Needless
So
to
Google
There's
Sticker
only
Ninja.
one Sticker Ninja, but he, if you're local to Portland, no shipping and handling. You just go to the office on Southeast and pick it up, like I did before I came to the show. Really good quality. He does shiny reflective. This is waterproof. I'm really excited to slap these around on
Yeah,
all my
needless to
systems.
say, you'll be seeing
Just
these
slap 'em
around
everywhere.
Portland.
Yeah,
Slap on
you'll-
yourself, slapping on a friend.
turned out
slapping on
really
a
good,
foe.
actually.
Just slap them.
Quality is quite amazing, and I mean the name Ninja, they will do
It was
like
funny.
overnight
Scott's
shipping
like,
and-
I'm thinking about getting stickers. Can you design something? Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
do it
you
when
were really quick with that.
I'll do it when I get home.
Lo and behold.
These are solid.
And I was like, yeah,
very
like a
solid
3x3
stickers,
or
great
something.
quality.
Oh, I have to get some.
Yeah.
Anyway,
4x3.
super awesome. Sticker Ninja.
Sticker
Google
Ninja.
it. Just Google it. Maybe stickerninja.com. We didn't do our research on that. But does he play video games?
I don't think.
Oh,
so.
God, fuck that guy. Just kidding. That's a joke. I love you.
Sorry.
I love you. It's a
jeez.
friend. It's a fucking loving. Anyway.
We're in a safe space. This is a safety safe.
Hey, you know what? Never mind. I was just
We're
gonna
gonna
say
slap
I was
these
gonna
everywhere.
slap them
Yeah.
everywhere, but I was like, you give us some of your Sticker Ninja stickers, and we'll
Yeah.
slap those everywhere too. Anyway,
you're gonna think you're a ninja when
you
you see
sponsor
where we
us,
stick
and
these.
you could create a commercial, and we'll put it on our show, and we'll run it for you.
Yeah, the things.
Anyway,
We'll
all the
do it.
things.
Thanks.
Give us $10, and we'll promote you for a
Well,
year.
thank you for the really nice stickers.
No,
Yeah,
the stickers
great
are awesome.
quality.
Thank you very much.
Stickers by
Yeah,
they're
Sticker
super
Ninja.
I'm
awesome.
very impressed.
Very
Look at
awesome, very awesome. Let's get the fuck out of here, guys. Again, rockhartclothing.com. I mentioned it as 15% off. Dude, that promotional code ends in like the middle of May. So that's Couch Coop, all one word.
No
Couch
hyphen.
Coop. No hyphen, Couch Coop. Yeah, so get that, buy a shirt, lots of cool stuff, lots of gaming, retro, metal, and crazy shit. I want to thank you all for listening and remind you that you can leave feedback on Twitbook, InstaFace, and Gramter at Couch Co-op Shows. Remember, all one word.
No hyphen.
Also, try following us here on twitch.tv/The Couch Co-op Show, where we play video games, and our show is at 7
And maybe
p.m.
200 hours of
And you know what?
streaming.
Thank you to all the listeners. Do we still have people in the chat?
Yeah,
We
look
do.
forward.
Yeah, pop it
Thank
in here
you,
and there.
thank you to all the people in the chat following us, listening to us.
Thank you for sticking around with us,
Yeah,
Andy.
hey,
Oh my.
if you guys in the chat could hit the follow button, smash that follow
Yeah.
button. Maybe,
Follow us, please.
you know, we can
John
totally use it.
Valentine's.
And I like you most old people.
I don't know if
They're
you know
bad,
this
but they're
guys
good.
in the chat, but if we hit 50 followers in the chat, JPK John Mellon dies.
John Patrick Kelly.
John Patrick Kelly.
JMT.
He is going to crush a melon with his thighs live on the show.
Hopefully.
Ian,
How's
don't
that
worry, John.
cosplay?
He's
We
not a
practicing.
video game
We have
character,
to-
so Ian won't be tough
Yeah.
to it.
So we have to hit 50 followers, and then, well, actually, he's already going to do it. If we hit 50 followers, he'll dress up as Bowser, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
That's right. I'm
Yes.
sorry. It's been a while since we talked
Yeah.
about. We haven't talked about that one in a while.
Go team.
Yeah. So hey, smash that follow. Follow us. Get your friends to follow us, and you'll have
Follow
this
us,
dude.
please.
We'll get this dude crushing melons with his thighs.
Right.
Um,
In
Bowsette.
a Bowsette suit.
remember, you can find our podcast on wherever you get a podcast: iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify. I'm sure there's other places that I just don't know about because I'm lazy. Subscribe, leave us a comment, review. That would be awesome. We're going on 5-6 years now. We're coming close to 200 episodes. I imagine 200 episodes will hit at Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Getting old.
Yeah, we're getting old. Yeah.
It's okay.
I want to thank Jared so much.
Nice to hear your voice again, Dave. Welcome back.
I want to thank Aaron
Welcome
Aaron
back,
so
Dave.
much.
Welcome back, Dave.
I want to thank Scott so much, and
Oh,
thank you
that
for the
soothing
stickers.
Dave voice.
Ooh.
Oh, the dulcet
So
tones.
soothing.
And Dave,
I heart you too, Tony.
if this episode hits 1,000 episodes in no
Yeah.
time, we're gonna need you to take a break again, really quick.
Even that, or it drops
Love
to
it.
100,
Yeah.
you'll be like, oh no, we don't want you on that.
I want to
sure
thank
it'll skyrocket though.
I want to thank all my couch co-hosts for joining me here on the couch for Couch Co-op. I'm Ian, reminding you to please
Be
excellent to each other.
World Stallions!
All in, baby.
Wild.